Yeah, it'll be on the OnlyFans.
Exactly.
And we're live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. What is this, you may ask? Why, this is the finest D&D live stream Sunday nights I've ever produced this side of Twitch and or the YouTube. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, man,
Howdy.
it's been a week. How about we see how everyone's been doing? David, let's start off with you.
I bought boxes because we are officially starting the let's pack everything up. We got our home inspection done, and everything came back good. Our stuff is apparently doing better than we all expected, so we're pretty stoked. And I will I'm excited for our last weekend of this month because I'll be moving in, and the fact that we're not streaming is going to make that a whole lot less stressful for me.
Oh, we're not streaming next week, are we?
No, next week we're
No.
streaming. It's the
Oh,
week
no.
after that we're not.
Week after we're not. Yes.
Yes.
Next weekend's a long weekend.
No, it's not.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I know, because I still have to move my Telus over, and I can just make it in under their minimum requirement.
And yeah, Tracy, how you doing?
I'm good. It was a busy week at work, and I got to do the sportsing
Busy.
activities with my kids this weekend. They're doing soccer and golf. It was great.
Ooh, fun.
Golf.
Awesome. Mac, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I spent Father's Day with my father. Ate too much Vietnamese food and then made the bad decision of getting ice cream.
Oh, okay.
So I'm currently in food coma mode. So if I fall asleep, someone scream very loudly.
Riley, that'll be your job. Why don't you tell us how your
Okay.
week was?
What? Yes, I just want someone to just like really loud. Preferably David, and preferably I want him to shake his booty so when I wake up, that's the first thing I see.
I will do it entirely to the sound of Sexy I Know It by LMFAO for you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, no, it's about it.
Oh, my week has been going good.
You didn't lose your phone, so that's nice.
I didn't lose my phone. Thank you, Mac, for helping me find my phone at a concert, which was the first concert I've been to since restrictions have been lifting. So that was really strange. There was too many people.
Yeah, it's a weird transition time for sure.
It's a weird transition time, but no, it was a fantastic concert. Really, really glad I went. And yeah, go listen to the Dreadnoughts. Not a sponsor, but go listen to them. They're fucking awesome.
Awesome. Before we kick off into tonight's session, I wanted to go over a few updates for everybody just so that our lovely audience is aware. We've already talked about it very briefly, but we are going to be doing a session next week, and that will be my final session in this particular arc before I hand the reins over to... I'm getting weird looks from you. Is this my third or my fourth? This is my third.
This is third.
Third.
This is
good.
third.
You're
I'm
good.
doing good. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, that weird look was in preparation for you to say David.
Oh, okay.
And for me to respond that if he thinks I give him a hard time as a player, just wait till he's a DM.
So this is my third. I have one more to go, and then we're going to hand it over to David. We are so well oiled over here, aren't we? So
He's
prepared.
going to make me rue the day I ever asked him what a room was.
Dern is oiled.
And then we will be handing the DM reins over to David. I'm so excited about that. I don't know how everyone else feels. We'll also be welcoming a new player into the table as we bid farewell, hopefully only temporarily, to Earn. But in the meantime, we still have a story to tell, and I'm very excited to see how it goes. For full details on our schedule, I'm hoping to get that all updated in the pieces below here within the next week or so. And this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we'll be doing our DM chat, where I'm going to be sitting down and updating all of our lore as we've learned about Orinstrad and how things have been going with the players. And yeah, without too many further ados, I do believe we're ready to kick ourselves off. So we'll be right back. And we're back.
And that's how I met your mother.
Oh my god.
I'm talking to you,
Gosh.
Hoots.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the show, so
No, I'm literally talking about meeting Hoots' mom.
oh, she'd give you the
What is
horns.
she like? What is Hoots' mom like?
Yeah, who cares about the story? I would love to hear just an in-depth rundown of every minute of Hoot's life before he came to the womb. Go.
Well, he was born on a Tuesday, which is the best day to be born, in case you're wondering.
Is she like Disney Pixar mom thick?
She was no, she was a rancher's daughter, so she was built like a brick shithouse.
Hey, that's cool. We can go for that Mr. Incredible thick too.
Okay, I feel like we're getting
Yeah.
off topic.
When last we left our heroes, they had ventured into the dark forest, had an interesting conversation with a Dryad that watched over the forest, and had decided that, who had told them that Cutlidge, the new leader of Orinstrad, had murdered her sister by cutting down the tree in which she had resided. They had, after some conversation, they decided that they were going to bring justice to the situation by gathering the town.
Dragging him, kicking and screaming. No, wait. Sorry, that was plan B. Sorry.
Plan A seemed to be to kill him. Plan B seemed to be to drag him kicking and screaming, and we eventually got to the point where we're going to have a gathering in the town square. They went and gathered what allies they could and that they could find, and after a very eloquent, dramatic retelling of bread theft, Quill was successful in gathering people to the square, last of which was Cutlidge, surrounded by a number of the mill workers as they came into the circle. You now find yourself approximately midday, around 11 o'clock,
We're going right into it.
with a big audience.
So I'm
And
still
they are-
standing on top of this little fountain then.
Yes.
Cool. We finished off with me saying, well, okay, that was my dramatic reenactment. Anyways, Hoots, you're up.
Such a Quill moment. Yeah, Hoots is gonna kind of walk out into the center of the little gathering and go, so I got good news and I got Well, it depends how you look at it. Just 2 sets of good news, or maybe it's good news, bad news. We'll see how this plays out.
But it's not bad news, bad news.
It's not bad news, bad news. The good news is we have located your children, everyone.
You hear a murmur going through the crowd, and a level up. The previously curious people are now a little bit more anxious.
I was hoping he wasn't going to find my child.
No, that was a really bad idea. I was really trying to lose them in the forest in the first place.
Yeah, so that's the good news. The somewhat additional good news is to tie into that is that we do know for a fact that as of right now they are safe, they're well cared for, they've been tended, and all for the children as well. Now, this is the part
You hear a
that comes,
voice call out saying, "How do you know?"
well, we
were about to say.
we had an opportunity to meet the mystical forces to be that have taken your children into their care.
They're
There's
quite nice, actually.
there's a Dryad in the woods, formerly two, but I'll get to that, I promise. There's Dryad in the woods who's been protecting these woods since long, long ago when Emmett, this is more of a like I'm trying to remember
Yes,
and make sure I've got the
Emmett.
name right. Emmett.
Yep.
Was the head of the mill, made an agreement that served you people well. It was simple. Old growth needed to make way for new growth, and you took what was ready to give, and in return you allowed what was ready to grow to grow. And that agreement has been reneged upon by members of. They can barely hear me. You're gonna have to up my gain. There's members of this audience that have reneged on that agreement, made it null and void and invalid, and well, they want their due recourse, the punishments to be laid out. Now, trees, as far as I'm aware, but I think my friends here could probably speak otherly, are not necessarily going to be overly vocal creatures. And a couple extra trees here and there would not have probably drawn ire, but I'm sure all of you are aware of the large, proud tree that was taken and I believe the intent is to turn into floorboards.
For a man's manor.
As you start to talk about this, Cutlidge is kind of stepping up.
That tree was home to a Dryad. And I don't know about you folks, but what happens when you cut down a Dryad's home is they fall with it. So, the man who ordered that tree be cut down might as well have killed a woman. Her sister, rightfully, wants a little bit of vengeance.
Now, see here. Good
Sir?
people.
If I want you to speak, I will let you know when it is your turn. But otherwise, sit down, shut up, and do your best to listen for once.
Yeah, that's right.
Roll me an intimidation check.
That's not going to go well for Hoots.
Can I assist in that?
How are you assisting?
Dern is he was sitting down on the fountain's edge letting Hoots talk. He stands up beside and walks beside Hoots as he does this and just stands as tall as he can.
All right,
Dwarfing Hoots, but also giving the fact that Hoots has a shadow bigger than him.
I'll get
If there's the opportunity, I would go stand on Hoots' other side, put a hand on his shoulder, and cast guidance.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
How do I add guidance? Or should I just roll it and we'll add afterwards? Is that how
Add
you
it
want to do?
after. That's fine.
Okay.
We can add it after.
So it's intimidation. Oh, I think I'm logged in as a GM. That is a 3.
On
That's
both.
a 3 on both.
On
Both.
both.
That is a double 3.
You can't guidance your way out of that crap.
No.
Okay. So Cutlidge kind of goes, oh, good friends. You seem like the forest has spooked you. Why would any creature have a care about the tree with that to the point when they would take, or I apologize. Let me wind that back a second. We are a town of millmen. We cut down the trees and we provide for this entire region of Naylore. We do our job well. We work hard. Here, yeah.
Too bad
And-
your hard work has murdered a woman. And go ahead, walk into this forest right now. See how far you get.
These people, these creatures, we cut down a tree and what did they do in return? They took our children. Now you say that if we give them more, they will bring them back?
Oh.
You murdered a woman.
Oh, no. There's no more to give. There's a simple promise. Fine folk. This creature does not want blood for blood. She's got more sense than that. Now, I assure you, there are others in the forest who would sooner, see you find a short end to a not so long rope. However, we've come to a more civilized agreement. She is willing to meet with the town to discuss everything and to re-engage that agreement, to return the children. And the price is simple. All those children, the livelihood of this entire town. And all, Mr. Cutlidge, you must do is walk away and never once set foot inside that forest again.
This is preposterous.
Is it?
Are you to tell me that you would barter away on a chance? You, these great heroes who went in there and came out with what? A promise? Did you even see the children? Honestly.
Well, Mr. Cutlidge, there's another solution to this problem. You can go ask her yourself.
There's a lot more trees than there are your men.
As this conversation is going on, I'd like to just be scanning the crowd and trying to get a sense for if people seem to be agreeing with us or agreeing with Cutlidge, so to speak. How are they? Get a read on the crowd and how they're feeling right now.
For sure. Roll me a perception check. Or insight. Actually, do insight. Okay. On a 15, you can tell that there is some people, a small group, that are fully on your side. A much larger group is undecided. They aren't familiar with you. They aren't quite sure what to believe. Cutlidge has a very strong reputation and has done a good job from their perspective as leader of this mill. And now you're talking about their leader needing to leave. And you hear someone call out from the middle of the crowd, like, but if Cutlidge was gone, how would the town survive?
You have many capable people in this town. You know this. You cannot rely on just one man. A man who took over and as a lord. There are no lords in this land. Listen to this language.
I'll step up next to Dern and just quietly at first, because Ern is not really a public speaker. Just start with, when Emmett ran the town, there were no lords. There were no titles. He was a good man. He did what was best for the town, and you all knew it. This town prospered under his leadership. He may not have told you what was in the woods. He may not have given you all the information, but he kept you safe. That forest is your livelihood, and this man threatens that. He has done well for you, yes, but what comes later? If this is not resolved, what comes next for Orinstrad? You have to find a way forwards. And I'm turning specifically to the people that I've already spoken with, like Frederick and Pierce, the ones that I'm hoping are already agreeing with us, to Madame Lumley, to Emmett's widow. What comes next is a pivotal moment for this town. You must do what is right. The Dryad wishes to do what is right. A conversation, a new agreement, and a new way forwards.
Roll me persuasion at advantage.
19.
Oh.
There we go.
With your words echoing through the square, you start to hear murmurs, and for the first time you see a bit of a crack in Cutlidge's facade as he kind of shifty eyes back and forth looking around, gauging things. And he goes, well, conversation never hurt anyone, I suppose. Tell
Good.
me, what are the trees terms?
The tree,
When would the conversation be?
the trees, the Dryad, will be at Morning's River. Well, sorry. We'll be at the
I think
river
you
in the
mean
morning.
morning's first light at the river where
Morning's
the
first
forest.
light at the river.
There you go, good buddy.
But Dern announces the place, and yeah, I guess that's what he announces. And he says she'll be there tomorrow.
You see Cutlidge kind of look at his men, look around the square, kind of straightens out his jacket and says, I would never do anything to harm your children. Of course we will speak with the Dryad.
No funny business either from you.
I would never.
Perfect. Then you'll leave all of your weapons and other equipment at the mill tonight.
That's a very good clause.
I'll see you
Dern does this like just open wide gesture.
Yeah, if you're not meaning to like be any harm for anybody, then I think that's a pretty good idea. Because if you show up with like weapons and axes, that's kind of like anti-tree material. That's not a good thing to do if you're going broken piece.
Let me ask you this. Say you seem to understand what terms this individual has set for you. You seem to have a lot of faith in the conversation that you've had. What happens if we show up and they don't hold true to their word? What happens if we show up and I leave and the children aren't returned? Why should you be entrusted with our safety rather than me and my men having some way of ensuring the safety of your children? And he gestures broader to the group.
Well, I mean, it was kind of your mistake in the first place that lost the children, so you're basically at fault.
Seems to me.
Dern will go like, yes, because you've done so much for the children relaxing in that chair of yours.
careful with your words, friend.
I am always careful with my words.
I'm not careful with my words, so I'm just going to come out and say it. You're probably, that chair that you made is probably the Dryad's like liver or spleen. And so you're basically sitting on the chair of a corpse, which kind of makes you a bad man. So I don't really trust you with anything.
Please tell me there's some laughter in the crowd.
I'll give you Lumley, like, trying to hold a straight face. He
Chairs made of
doesn't
ribbon.
respond to you. He looks at the group around and says, "This is a great threat, and one we must face. Of course, diplomacy is always the way we should go first.
Well,
But if
hold
our
on here.
if our children are not safe,
Wasn't there already diplomacy like in place with like a rule that was made previously that you broke? So you kind of like took the rules and you like stomped them on the ground, and then you were like, we need more rules. I don't think that's not going to work very well.
who here knew of a rule around what trees we could and could not cut?"
Something tells
Murmuring
me
through the
you
crowd.
did know. But a
Uh,
giant prize of a giant tree that was beautiful wood for your floorboarding of your manor.
I bring in good business for this town.
You or
help.
do the people bring in good? How much work do you do?
Yeah.
I guess what we're trying to do is flip it on his men, make his men question things.
Mhm.
Well, quick question: do
yeah.
you make the same amount of money that your men make?
Also, are your men unionized? Very, very specific question. Who is their foreman? Who talks for your men?
Yeah. What
At
if
this-
like one of them like does something mean and they don't like it? Who do they talk to?
Who is your HR employee?
This
And-
all comes down to be like Hoots has been like, okay, guys, what we need to do is we need to unionize the mill. This is incredibly important.
But no, seriously, no. Which one? Like, and I point to like one of his millmen, like not like one of the guys on his side, but like one of the people I kind of saw walking around the mill doing work. Like, when's the last time he actually was doing the work and like actually like did something to earn his money?
he said,
And what did this cost you? What children did you lose, sir?
I care about every child in this town. And to answer your question, they tell you he works as hard as every other person in that mill.
Would they say that if you were not standing next to them?
You are free to ask them at your leisure. As far as I can see, you've
Fantastic.
come in and made
Oh, sorry.
you have come in, made many a claim, and I would be more than happy tomorrow to face whatever conversation is needed and bring back your children, which so far they have failed to do. So I suppose it is to me to bring them back. As they have stated, the Dryad will only discuss with me, and I will bring back your children.
But-
Thank you, good people of Orinstrad. I
hold-
will once again bring
Hold on
you
a second.
your success.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second here. What if we didn't show up? What were you gonna do then?
We asked for great warriors to bring back our children, and
Oh, so you weren't gonna do it
brought-
yourself then?
Instead, they brought us.
I thought you love your people. This is very confusing for me, because like everyone's talking a big game, but no one's actually playing anything, and I don't like that because it feels like the rules are being broken. So, like, are you playing the game or not?
I always get my mark. Tomorrow, I will bring back your children, despite others.
Right, despite of us, does
Can
that mean you're
we-
not going to go for a deal?
Can I get a gauge of the crowd?
Do me another insight.
Oh, that's persuasion. I wasted a good roll.
It's fine. What's your modifier on insight?
Insight is, where is insight? It's 0. So
Okay.
did be 13.
So on a 13, they're more on your side. Like you've been pretty persuasive, and people they seem okay. They're a little nervous, you know. They're
Well, I was about to say we haven't been persuasive. We've been loud.
yeah.
I don't know what
and
you're talking about.
I was persuasive.
Ernest
Dern was loud. I'm sorry.
I'm just confused.
Yeah. They seem relatively the same from before. And with his proclamation that in spite of your perceived failings, that he will come in where you have left it to him to solve this problem, and he will see it through and prove his value to the town, he turns with his men and goes to leave.
Remember, sir, first light, where the river meets the forest. Wouldn't want you to forget.
Oh, and please bring as much of the tree as you can. She would like to see her sister.
Dilly holds back. Now, and Dilly makes a point of coming up and being like, yes, Cutlidge is going to see it all through. It's going to be great. Don't you worry about it.
Excuse me, tiny dwarf. We weren't talking to you. You may as well leave at this point. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Well, I was just on my way to get a delicious loaf of bread. This has been quite the morning.
I suggest the seeded loaf. It's very nice.
Well, now, I myself prefer the rye. And he nods and
How you know he's a
continues
bad
off on that way.
Over
I feel like a loaf of rye is probably heavier than he is.
I was going to say, turning to the group, and I go, well, that went a little better than I thought it was going to.
It did, although my immediate thought is that we should not rest at the inn tonight.
No.
If I have any read on that man at all, he will be there before first light and attempt harm to the Dryad.
I was going to say that, or there will be traps laid. I will
What if-
stand
Okay,
close to the Dryad to make sure she's protected.
I could ask the trees if they could make a little shelter for us, so we could just hide in the shelter, in the stump.
Can you ask them to pass a message back to Silu? It was Silu, right? I'm not crazy.
I can try. I've never done that before.
It was Silu.
Okay.
Needless to say, we need to make sure that the area we're meeting is safe.
Yeah, this guy's a dick.
Lumley walks up to your group as you're talking, and she goes, "Are you sure?"
Are we sure that the Dryad is keeping to her word?
Are you sure
Yes.
they're safe?
I gave a very powerful artifact to the Dryad to ensure their safety. You have my word as a paladin. I will make sure they get home safely, one way or another.
I reach out to basically clasp Lumley's hands and just look at her right in the eyes, leaning down, and say, if they do not come back safe, you may take your rage out on me.
She takes a fortifying breath, nods, and wiping a very kind of misty-eyed and wiping some away. She says, "I just need him home." I can't lose him too.
Understandable.
And she heads back to the inn.
I don't know if I really want my kids back. It's been a really nice day. Been a lot less noise at the house.
Happy Father's Day, everyone.
I mean, technically, the greatest gift a child could give their father that doesn't want them is to just leave.
Oh,
Oh dear.
listen, we don't have time to unpack all of that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Parents have a... What's the word? A word to provide the best for their children and not be dicks.
Instinct.
A duty.
Duty.
I'm gonna take that line. Use that line later. So, yeah, there's still some people hanging around in the square. Everybody who's been gathered for this conversation is kind of going. You can hear murmurings and people kind of looking over and kind of taking stock of you. Some people going back to their days. They still have business to do.
Hoot says one last thing, just basically as a. I hope people understand. One way or another, your children are coming home.
Yeah, if they attack the trees, and then the trees attack them, and everyone dies, we'll just go get your kids from the woods.
You can
Very
hear
comforting, you know.
so much comfort. You there's a variety of conversations going on around you. Some people are scowling. Some people look happy.
Oh man, that Lord Cutlidge, he's definitely going to help us out.
Sorry, that went Mickey.
That was amazing. Like,
Oh, look out there, mate. We got a thing going on. Copyright strike, stream shut down instantly.
and yeah, it's midday. People are dispersing. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna make a dog folk character. I know it's not a thing, but I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make a werewolf, and it's gonna talk like "Gorsh, everybody."
Dern is gonna go over to the baker.
Okay.
And go. Make sure tomorrow there is only seeded bread, and I tip him like a gold or two. And I just go, no rye. And I walk away.
Okay. I love it. All right.
A level of spite.
Mark off 2 gold.
Yep. Done. Best 2 gold I've ever spent in D&D.
Oh man, he's just got like I'm just imagining like the bags of rye flour behind him. It's just like
Yep.
okay.
Hey, you just got 2 gold. Like that's a
true.
lot of flour.
It's a lot of flour. It's a lot of flour. Okay.
Should we go to the edge of the woods so that Quill can converse with the trees?
I think we should go to the edge of the river and the woods and get a survey of the land. Something tells me we may be in for a fight tomorrow.
Before that, they can go. Hoots feels safe enough doing this kind of alone if necessary. But I'm actually gonna head to the sundry. I'm looking to Hoots is looking to get rope.
Okay.
Oh.
Not a problem. You are able to. So, who wants to go to Fizzles and Fizzbits, and who wants to go talk to the trees?
I'll go talk to the trees.
I'll go trees.
All right.
Well, let's split it 50-50 because Quill has to talk to the trees. So
I was gonna say, I was like, "Quill's just gonna go to Fizzle."
I'm gonna follow
wanna- yeah.
suit.
I'll go talk to Fizzles.
Okay, you'll go to
Fizzbits.
the.
Quill's busy being canceled for telling children to leave their families that don't like.
I will go with Hoots.
Okay, I will go with Quill to the forest.
Okay. All right. Let's start at Fizzles and Fizzbits. As
Fizzbits.
it's about a 5-minute walk from the square. And as you are turning the corner to come down the now familiar path towards the shop, you can see Frederick unlocking the door. Supposedly, he was at the you had seen him at the square, and he had been there with you, and now he's back at his store and opening up shop again.
Hoots is gonna wait 5 minutes after he goes in because it's rude to go in right as a retail worker is opening the shop.
Baby,
So he's just
you're
gonna
a wonderful human being.
I love it.
he's just
Yeah.
gonna stand there and like twiddle his thumbs as he's waiting. Like, no, it's rude. Be very rude to just burst in as a man setting up. It's gonna.
As a retail manager for a liquor store, I thank you.
Ern is staring at the door, staring at Hoots, staring at the door, staring at Hoots.
Who's actually an earn question. Do you have like an immaculate keeping of time? Like how along the robotic kind of idea are we talking? Are we talking like because like are you like an artificial intelligence inside a body? Like do you know how it works? It's more of like a morbid curiosity. Because like there's a part of me, I grew up as a kid who liked to pull things apart and tinker with machinery. And I feel like that's a lot nicer to ask than to be like, can I take your arm off and see how it works?
The little bits of gold that serve as Ern's eyebrows just go up and up and up and up as you're asking these questions. What I don't know how to answer your question. I do not know what robotic technology is. I do not have a perfect keeping of time. I use the sun, like most people do.
Well, I used to use a watch. Actually, now that Hoots is remembering, he has a Nokia in his backpack, and he's like, I could have just used the timer on the Nokia. Well, it was more of a technical curiosity, right? I like things that are mechanical in nature, and I'm trying to figure out what the vibe and what the kind of transition is here. You know, how much are you, machine versus I mean, organic is probably the wrong phrase to use here, but machine versus like a creature. I'm trying to find out what the balance is. Just more of a passing curiosity on the part of Hoots.
So, DM question, because I've never considered this. How do Ern's joints work?
So, given your proficiencies, Hoots, you would have noted that Ern does not make any kind of gear-like sounds. There is no whirring, there is no engine sounds that come from her. Even when she is at rest, there's no ticking, there's none of those indicators in the time that you've spent with her that would indicate that would answer that question for
Okay.
you. In terms of how your joints move, I like to think that as like if you look at your wrist, as it moves, the gold expands where the joint would come up,
Oh,
I
and
love
these ones
that.
come in closer together, and so the lines of gold are shifting depending on how your joints move.
I love that. That's amazing.
That's really cool.
that's a really neat idea.
Yeah. Okay. It just I don't know. I like to know how things work.
I could open my mouth really wide. You can look inside.
I feel
suppose
like
if
that might be
something-
awkward for both of us,
I believe it
especially
would.
anyone who walks by and sees you doing that.
Do you just have like a jaw that can just like fully unhinge and like Beetlejuice style out?
Nope. But I suppose if something happens to me, you would have the opportunity then.
Well, I hope to never have the opportunity then.
That is kind of you to say. Have we waited outside long enough
I
yet?
believe we actually have.
Roll me a perception check.
Both of us?
Yeah, let's get one from both of you.
Okay, why?
Ooh.
Oh, Ern, you're being watched.
I believe we have the tail again.
And Hoots looks back to his tail.
Feather fan.
The same dwarvish figure, this time about 2 blocks out, just leaning on a wall, has been there for the last 3 minutes or so.
I will tell Hoots where this figure is without pointing directly at them.
Okay. Hoots by direct intention is going to kind of like tuck his hand under his arm and channeling arcane energy through his ring, which he used to use as his arcane focus. He's going to fire off a firebolt kind of in the general direction of this
Whoa.
figure.
Okay. Okay. Roll for it.
Not trying to hit him, just
No,
set
just
him
like
up.
down, kind of like
Okay,
in the general.
I'm making decisions based on how this roll goes.
fair.
Why are
I
you?
was just like, what?
For the first time rolling over a 10 this session, it's a 24.
All right, on a 24, that bolt goes exactly where you want it to. So, is it going to hit a building, a cart, a person,
Like the
or
street,
or the street?
like the street, like a foot over from him, like enough that like it's pretty obvious where that was going, but not so much that it's gonna like light anything on fire.
All
Like if there's
right.
a puddle on the ground, that's like more what I'm aiming for. But
Okay. Who's the guy jumps back. Very, very Western movie kind of vibe going on right now. And he
I
stops.
wave.
And he looks
to-
at you.
like add the effect, it's like Hoots isn't gonna like. He's looking at the door. I'm assuming there's behind us. He's just gonna rotate his head back to look at him.
You see this.
God,
How are you doing, bud?
He looks visibly shaken. Because that was close. And kind of shakes his fist at you and says, "Better off when you're gone."
Yeah, get
Walks
fucked you
away.
too there, bud.
And he walks away.
At Hoots's words, Ern kind of cocks her head towards him. I do not understand, but perhaps I will have to learn this. It seemed very effective.
You know what? I have found that sometimes there are folks in this world that just need to remember that they're a little bit more flammable than they would like to be.
All right. As you've been doing this, you heard ding, 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 and see the door shut to the sundry shop. Someone has gone in.
We'll go in too.
All right.
Oh my
Um,
god, 3 customers at once.
And so as you open the door, bells ring, and you see a middle-aged woman in conversation with Frederick, being like, I really just need to find the right bowl, the one that's really gonna make just the very best porridge. It looks like she's been going on about this porridge bowl for a moment or two. And Frederick is standing there going, "Oh,
Is there like
hello!"
is there like noticeably like rope and stuff around?
Oh yeah. There's a shelf with a couple different types of rope available on there. You're easily able to find.
I'm gonna grab like I just need like 2 segments of like 25 feet of rope.
Easy enough. There, he's got anything you could need there.
Yeah.
Not any, but he's got that.
I'm gonna and then I'm just gonna kind of like casually bring it up, put it on the counter, and like look over at the woman. But again, it's gonna be like I'm gonna lean on the counter facing forward, and then I'm gonna rotate my head to look at her, standing there, and just be like, "Oh, I know, I understand that a good bowl is important."
Right? Oh my goodness. And the pewter one I have at home, it just is not sufficient for my needs. And I just, it's important that I have the right depth. And that is lovely rope. Oh my
Isn't
goodness.
it though?
It is. I'm a big fan of the hempen rope myself, but this is just lovely.
well, I thought about hemp, and like as he's doing it, like Hoots is gonna kind of like wave at like the edge of the counter, like giving Frederick a chance to like kind of like step away. He's like, oh, when you find good rope that feels good in your hands, and it's gonna be good working rope. Sometimes you just gotta buy it.
Frederick's like, I guess I better restock that if you're going to buy that. And he takes your money and hands you the rope and runs away.
Now, from what I understand, ma'am, what you're looking for, if you're looking for the perfect porridge bowl, you want something that's going to keep some of that heat. Pewter, not going to do it. Great conductor, not an awesome ability to like keep the heat in. You want a good ceramic bowl. That's what you're going to be looking for. Something that's solid and maybe with a little bit of a flower print on it, because like who doesn't like a little bit of flowers first thing in the morning to cheer them up when they get up?
Just
Ern looks
make
down at
sure.
herself.
Fluid like looks over at Ern and then looks back at you. Like, and she seems to be considering for a moment and goes, "Do you work in pottery? This is a lovely piece."
No, I am what I believe is called an artificer. So I construct lots of fun little things as I go about. My hands aren't delicate enough for working with pottery appropriately. You need somebody who doesn't have rough hands, otherwise they end up like ruining the pottery as they go along.
Well, where
Ern
did you have
here,
this made?
I did not. Ern is a lovely individual who came into our
Oh.
life rather unexpectedly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean any offense. I'm so sorry.
That is all right, but I could probably make you a bowl if I have time.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would just love that.
We do have some business to wrap up in town, as you may have heard in the town square. Once that is wrapped up appropriately, perhaps I can stay and make you a bowl.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Oh, well, wonderful. Where should I come to call on you?
Well, I suppose that depends on what happens with the town business tomorrow. If everything goes well, Madame Lumley's in. If everything does not go well, I could not say.
Shallow
looks
hole down by
concerned.
the river.
She looks concerned. She's like, it's tough, things have changed a lot recently, and we work hard, I hope everything goes well tomorrow, especially because I could get my bowl. That'd be great.
You can get your bowl even if things do not go well. I suppose if worst comes to worst and I do not survive tomorrow,
Oh my god!
This would probably make a good bowl, indicating a part of her shoulder. You could simply use that.
Okay,
Do you
Ern.
think people are gonna die tomorrow?
Hoots, help!
Well, you see, it's part of a circle of life, ma'am. Sometimes not everything goes according to plan, but in a perfect world, if everything goes according to plan tomorrow, not a single person will die tomorrow. Everyone will keep living to the best of their abilities.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I was going to say, great, we're going to win people over one bowl at a time. Not anymore. She's more confused now.
I'm gonna choose to have faith. So I will see you at Madame Lumley's tomorrow afternoon.
I would
Yes.
choose to have faith as well.
Tomorrow
Don't-
afternoon.
Do not misunderstand me. I simply mean that if for any reason I am no longer living,
Okay,
I should not go to
Ern.
waste.
She's fine.
Did I
you
misspeak?
would no, you will survive tomorrow. You will survive tomorrow. Let's go.
Ern shuts her mouth.
She grabs your hands, Ern, and holds them. She's like, "Be safe," and runs away.
I mean,
You're
that's
welcome.
one
Or
way.
was that very dramatic?
Life
Cares
is
a lot about a
dramatic.
porridge bowl.
Listen, if there's one thing I've learned about older folks in this world, or people that are too passionate about something, is that they are very passionate about that one thing they're super passionate about. And the best way to prevent them from getting agitated about their passion is just to humor them a little bit. You make them happy, you talk to them for a little bit, and then they completely forget that they were bugging somebody else and eventually walk away.
I apologize.
Oh
I
no,
spoke too much.
you spoke the right amount.
Frederick comes back out and says, "Thank you. If it's not a bowl, it's a pot, and if it's not a pot, it's a tapestry."
Erin
Like,
looks at the
two
inside of
very
her
different
cloak.
things.
If it's not that, it's a live, laugh, love sign. If it's not that,
NPC is canonically called Karen. You know what? Again, sometimes you just need someone to distract somebody from you really quickly. That's all it takes.
Appreciate it. You,
How much was the rope again?
I think it's like 2 silver.
Okay.
I really should have that reference sheet up with me when we're playing.
Well, good. Yeah, no. But thank you. Thank you for this.
Thank you. Hopefully tomorrow goes well. We all want to see the children back. So, thank you.
As do
We're
we.
gonna do everything we can to make sure those children come home, whatever it takes.
I know you will. Thank you. How would you choose a new leader? Will be with if we don't have someone. How would
Well,
you choose?
where I'm from, we vote on it. Everyone of adulthood is considered equal where I'm from, regardless of where they come from or what they look like. We consider all equal, and we assemble our governments based off of basically a gathering of individuals who are were voted on by the town to take up the mantle. Some of them are good people, some of them are bad people. You never really know till they get there, but usually we've got checks and balances.
You said Emmett had an agreement with this Dryad. I think we could do with fewer secrets in town. Seems we could have avoided a lot of things.
When we talked to the Dryad, she was amenable to that, to having an open conversation with the town folk and to being involved in this town, if not entirely, at least such that the agreement was honored and that both sides were able to truly flourish. I think Emmett did the wrong thing for the right reasons. And it wasn't that he was intentionally hiding anything from you folk. I think it just came down to he maybe thought you weren't ready yet. But now you are. Now you know what the world looks like. And I think that if you have an honest conversation with this woman and you all agree to just simply coexist, I think you got a good chance of having a good thing.
Nothing matters more than the health and well-being of the people in this town and helping everybody live together well. I hope you're right. This town's important to us.
The conversation in the morning should not be just between Cutlidge and the Dryad. Others should be in attendance. Others should hear what is said, should know what is agreed to, if that is what happens.
Given the crowd you gathered and shared all that, I'd be surprised if there wasn't at least some of them, but I'll be there. Nods and kind of stares vacantly for a second. It's like, I hope those kids are okay. And
she didn't seem like the kind that would hurt someone needlessly. In fact, I think this all stemmed from a whole lot of hurt. Maybe it's time we fix that.
kind of nods and goes back to his work.
Well, Erin, we should go see about talking to some trees.
Yes.
And we cut to the trees.
Whoa, don't cut the trees. This is the reason we're in this problem in the first place.
Okay, I'm just picturing this in my head right now. You know that beautiful panel from Calvin and Hobbes where you have Calvin going like this, walking across a tree, and you have Hobbes doing this. I just pictured Quill and Dern doing that, going across like a little couple of riverbanks and stuff like that. The whole Calvin and Hobbes vibe.
If we had like a large, strong fan art drawing fan base, I would give it 30 minutes and that would already be on Twitter.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because you're dang Skippy. It's funny because technically I should be Hobbes.
Yes, technically.
Absolutely Calvin.
Now I'm just picturing like Dern in like cat ears, like little tiger cat ears.
Little tiger tail.
Ugh. Where's it attached to?
His belt. I'm being wholesome, David.
So you get to the trees. Where did you say you wanted to have this conversation?
I think it was stated that it's like right at where like there's the river kind of meets the town, meets the forest.
So in this area, this is very close to the mill house. So it's about, I'm going to say, it's basically in Cutlidge's backyard where this comes in because the mill's right on the edge of the river. I'm going to say you have probably 500 feet between the back of the mill house and the tree line, where the forest really starts picking up, and beside it is the to the east is the river coming out of the forest. So you come up to this area. There are people walk around and working, but nobody seems to bother you as you make your way towards the trees.
Okay. Dern's gonna keep an eye on the people kind of working and just kind of glance back every once in a while, just kind of make sure that Quill is not disturbed.
Roll me a perception check.
Sure. Perception. Nat 20.
Natural 20. Noted. Quill, do your thing.
Well, so I'm not entirely sure like if this will work. Because like I don't really know if it ever works. Sometimes it does. So
It worked that one time. We did run into a tree that was walking.
I don't know if that was like because of me or not. But I did speak to it in its own language, so like I'm assuming it works.
Yeah, so
And
maybe
so
try the Sylvan again.
Yeah. So I like walk up to a random tree. And I kind of like I stand in front of it and I kind of steel myself and I stand there and I stare at it and about 30 seconds goes by and he kind of turns back to Dern and goes, "Sorry, what am I supposed to say?"
I think it was something along the lines of, the meeting is happening tomorrow. Cutlidge is a dick. And...
Oh, we need a place to stay. Yeah, so I kind of like in Sylvan, I'm basically like kind of like hacking my way through being like, meetings on, the dumb man is coming. We don't trust him. We think it's not safe to sleep in town. And if we could like have like a nice little space to sleep with some nice little like hidden tree stuffs, that'd be great. So that we could be here and prepped and ready without getting attacked while we're sleeping and dying a horrible, horrible splintered death. Cutlidge seems like the kind of guy to like push splinters under your toenails. So
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
The imagery, but I
Right.
mean, the vibe is.
like, this
vibe
was the
checks out.
toenail of the original Dryad.
And this is why Hoots needs new shoes.
Oh no!
Okay, I slightly gross story, but I have had that happen to me
Oh,
when
it's
I
not
was.
fun.
No, it's not.
I had a pair of scissors go under mine. I was frozen because it was for surgery, but I watched them as they just like pushed the scissors underneath. It was frozen, but I still felt it in my mind. David's done.
oh boy.
Yeah, so I basically say to treat all of that stuff in Sylvan. I put my hands on it because I think maybe this will help to transfer my energy.
All right. Speaking in Sylvan, the language of trees, but not speaking with plants. There is no change to the sounds of the forest around you. And no real response to your question from this point, or your comments from this point.
Are there like any like animals around?
You look around. There are some birds. Yeah, there's some animals hopping around.
I'm gonna
Squirrels?
cast Speak with Animals,
All right.
and I'm going to call out and say, "I've got some like lizard jerky for anyone who can deliver a message for me."
You see a little, or not a little, a larger raven hop out onto a branch and look down and say,
What's up, Dak?
jerky. I could bring
Yeah.
a message for jerky.
So basically, I'll give you like half a piece right now, and when you get back, I'll give you 2 full pieces plus the other half that other piece, for like 3 full pieces. If you deliver a message for me.
I can leave a message for jerky.
I basically to this bird I go, so this is like super like powerful and like kind of famous Dryad who lives in the woods, and I kind of like point the generalish direction because I'm good at that thing.
You are good at that thing.
I'm like, there's like a big tree and there's like one big tree missing. If you could like deliver this message, and then give not just that, but then like get a message back from them and like bring it to me, that would be great.
The tree's moving there. Are you sure it's where you think it is?
But I mean, you're smart. I'm sure you can fly. You can find it.
I can try. But I'll need
Okay,
some
well-
jerky. You
I
got
kinda,
the
like,
jerky?
rip half a piece, and like I'm gonna try something here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna kind of like wave around in the air around the jerky. Be like, okay, so the jerky's enchanted so that if you don't deliver the message, it will disappear. Even if you've eaten it, you will feel like you've never eaten it. So you got to make sure you deliver the message, or else you don't get the jerky.
Roll a deception check.
Dang, Skippy, I will.
These are the best kind of rolls. Roll me a deception check against a raven. On a dirty
Oh.
20, he totally believes you. He goes, deliver the message. Turning into a parrot. Deliver the message. Yeah. Let's do it.
Perfect.
Runs
And
down
I send
grabs
it on
it.
its way with a little piece of jerky.
and it flies off into the forest.
Dern turns to Quill. You have that kind of magical power? You can make jerky
I'm going to turn
disappear?
to Dern. And I'm going to go, oh, didn't I tell you I'm like a total wizard?
And with your dirty 20 deception, you can roll an insight, Dern, but
Dern's not gonna roll well. Insight 16.
he's a
Dern
wizard.
totally buys it. Quill's a wizard.
Wizard.
He goes.
Quill just kind of like smiles to him, like smiles, like looks at Lou and goes, apparently we're a wizard now. This is fun.
Dern goes. Did you learn it from the lizard wizard? Is that where you got the jerky?
Well, it turns out actually that the lizards that I killed were actually like the babies of the lizard wizard. So I kind of like been eating their like their magic powers, And that's kind of where I've been getting my fuel for my spells.
Dern is fully on board with this. Because that's
I
what
need to
magic.
roll a Constitution to see if I can keep a straight face.
All right.
19.
Useful
Quill-
rolls.
Yeah, no, Quill is absolutely a wizard. He is eating the children of the wizard lizard and is absorbing their power.
Dern's amazed.
He's going to bite me in the ass later.
So excited about this.
Quill's like stealing himself, like, kind of rubbing his face with his arm to hide a smile.
Yeah.
Dern, some of the workers have stopped, and on your natural 20 before, they have stopped
Mhm.
and they're kind of looking over, and when they observed Quill talking to a bird and are kind of pointing and laughing a little bit.
Friends, let's converse. And Dern's gonna walk towards them, like smiling and just jauntily going up to talk to them.
All right, one of them's going to turn and kind of shake his head and go back to work, but one of them stands their ground and stays there for you.
Hello, Dern Rupa at your service. How are you, friend?
Doing fine.
Horrific. Now, I understand that Cutlidge speaks very highly of his work and things like that. Can you actually tell me how much he does actually work? I'm very curious. And Dern's just standing there.
I'll have you know that Lord Cutlidge, we've never had a better lead than him. He comes in and he inspires us all to be better than we were before. He treats us right, gives us our due, and always has our back.
Dern nods. He goes, that is a very inspiring position to take on such a man. But, question, where is it that you live?
I live in the bunkhouses.
And yet, he dines on amazing foods and lavish luxury?
We dine
Is
together.
that fair?
We dine together. And then I wouldn't want to sleep with the man, but he puts on a good meal.
How many bunks are in the house?
12.
Wouldn't you rather there be like personal bunks, like little rooms, instead of like new flooring in his house?
It isn't for us to decide what he does with the spoils. He treats us right.
Well, why
But
isn't
he
it
could
your
treat you
decision?
better. Like, if someone said, here's an apple, it's got a bruise, but it's still a good apple, wouldn't you want them to be like, here's an apple, there's no bruises on this apple?
Question. Sorry, go ahead.
No. When Cutlidge found me, I had no one. He picked me up, taught me a trade. He treats me right. I wouldn't be here without him, and I stand by him. Mind your manners.
No, that's fair. I am more than just curious about the character that we do not see. But I do have a question about the felling of the tree. The great tree that was felled and taken to here. Do you understand of where and what it comes from?
Wasn't before today. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate circumstance. Cutlidge will make it right.
But somebody was killed. How do you make that right? And Dern will just he loses his smile at that.
Unintentional loss of life. Regrettable.
Dern nods and goes, I hope we're on the same page for that, and that a peaceful discussion can occur. And he smiles and goes, "What is your name?" Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Off to fantasynamegenerator.com. Not a sponsor.
No, he has a name. His name is Tanis.
Tennis?
Tanis.
Tanis.
You can call him Tanis if you want to. I don't care.
Will absolutely heard tennis.
Tanis. I just hope that you do take the time to think about that. There is a lot of hurt in this city, in this town, and we only want to make it right.
Tell me then. What do you think the fair cost is for what happened?
I think the fair cost is for maybe Lord Cutlidge to move on from this city. The mill seems to be in good hands with the people like yourself, Tanis. Maybe it's time for one of you to step up, make a new deal. Cutlidge is a strong man. He'll be able to find new business elsewhere. But to bring the children home safe, I think, is up for you to change it.
Seems kind of pensive, and then kind of shakes himself. Says, I wouldn't dream of overstepping my place. Kind of looks around a little bit, says it a little louder, and says, "Good day. See you in the morning."
Good day, Tanis, and may you sleep well.
You too.
And I turn.
All right. It was about
I just
that.
wanted.
Hoots and Ern aren't with us, correct?
No.
No, they're about to come back.
Okay. I turn to Dern and I go, I don't know what's happening right now. Everything's very confusing. So, like,
It
is
is.
this guy a good guy or not?
He's good to some men, but not to others.
So he's not a good man then.
Let's talk about the morally gray. And how...
Is that like a wizard's place?
No, but it should be. It sounds like a very good name for a wizard's place. Some morally gray means making decisions that may not be the best for everyone, but for a select group.
So-
Cutlidge is protecting his men,
But what about everybody else?
and that's where the morally gray part comes in. Say I was protecting you, Quill, but I was harming others in the same way. I am protecting you, and so I seem like a good guy to you, but to the others, I seem like a bad guy.
Can I make you promise me something?
Certainly.
If I'm ever like super mean and like a problem, and not like an annoying problem, because I know I'm often an annoying problem, but like a problem, can you like tell me?
Quill, I'll do you one better. I'll smack you the backside of the head. And he just pats him on his back.
I would prefer a warning first.
I've been told at the Bennies that's not how we do things here.
Okay.
And
well,
again, my shins have been very badly hurt.
I kind of regret it, but I'll stick with my request.
And it's about this time that Ern and Hoots join our scene.
Ah! Hoots! Ern! We may have talked to the trees. And a bird.
I turned to Quill. What did they say?
Well, nothing. Well, sorry, kind of something. The tree said nothing, but then there was the bird who said he'd be right back because he wants more jerky, and he can only get jerky if he delivers my message and gives me a response back.
Has he come back?
Well, it's only been like 5 minutes. Oh, maybe right there he is.
Raven lands on your shoulder Quill. Gonna say the opposite shoulder of Lou. And kind of look
Damn right.
and like so ravens are quite large for what you are. And
Mhm.
so he's very much on your shoulder and swivels his head like right in front of you and goes, Jerky?
Would my speak with animals still be up though?
How long does it last?
That's a really good question. Give me one moment. Speak with animals. 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, it's still up. It's been about 5 minutes and he's
That was
come
a
back.
fast
That's
bird.
what I thought. I thought it was 10 minutes. Okay. Let's come back.
So puts his head in front.
Takes your hand back. Hello? Jerky?
Well, you got to give me the message first.
Meeting in the morning. Meeting in the morning.
What was that? What?
I'm just gonna stop talking like that. Meeting in the morning.
But what about like the shelter?
Well, the trees aren't safe. And you shouldn't sleep in the trees. It's a bad idea.
Says the trees
Get
or says
lost.
you?
You get lost in the trees. You get lost like the kids. Silu says the trees are it's not a good idea.
Wait, so the trees aren't friends with the trees?
You can roll me a oh man, to know about dryads, you can roll me a nature or an arcana check.
I have 0 on both, so I'll just pick a random one. 11.
11. You know that dryads are tied to trees and help forests, and not a whole lot more.
And I kind of turn back to everybody and go, shall I? Apparently the trees aren't safe. And that the other tree said the trees aren't safe.
There's
But the
lots
tree is the one that controls the trees.
Lots
So
of
is
things.
the other?
Lots
What?
of things in the trees aren't safe. Silu says, "Don't sleep in the forest."
Oh, so it's not. Sorry, everybody. It's not that the trees themselves aren't safe. It's the area around the trees.
Fair enough. Then I guess we have to make sure that the inn is safe tonight.
That's why I bought 2 lengths of rope.
Rope.
We should be here early, very
Yes.
early, or I could simply stand watch, not in the trees.
I don't trust the folks at the mill not to do something to you, Ern.
I do not trust them not to do something to the trees.
I have a strong feeling the trees will take good care of themselves.
All right.
That's fair.
It's kind of one of those things where you're like, honestly, if we never showed up and like they went into like burn the forest down, no one was coming back.
No.
So the message from the bird is that Silu got your message. She does not recommend sleeping in the trees.
Okay.
Then I guess it's. Oh, go ahead.
I pull out 2 pieces and the last other piece of that other half, and I give it to the crow and say, "The spell has ended, and you can continue to eat the jerky."
Eats the jerky, and after finishing eating, goes and perches up on a tree branch not far away.
Sweet.
You'll note that in one of the wings there is a streak of blue, which is a slightly unusual marking for a raven, but would allow you to recognize this one were you to see it again.
Interesting.
Cool. I kind of see it kind of go and sit nearby, and I kind of like tap on Dern's shoulder and like kind of pull him down and go, "I
Yes.
think I might have made a friend."
I think you did, Quill. Now, I only heard squawking. What
Did you
happened?
understand?
I believe that's called birdist.
Birdist?
Birdist.
No, that sounds like No, we're not calling that bird. Like, avian is fine, but birdist sounds like, man, that guy was so birdist yesterday.
I think
I'm pretty sure that was the
Even
intent.
to the mess, no. Okay, so there's a raven with a blue streak who I will now recognize. Lovely.
Yeah.
Yes. It is no longer held by my magical spell.
It can no longer speak to you. It feels full.
Sweet.
Dern turns, like, just leans into Hoots and goes, Quill might be a magician.
Like with cards?
No. Just magic. I think he might be a wizard. I think the lizard wizard did something.
I
Hoots!
don't know
This is
enough
very
to
important.
dispute that.
My
Oh,
backstory revealed.
I mean, he did make his voice really loud that one time, so like, it's a possibility.
You have to be careful. I've been told not to upset wizards.
Well, yeah, because they got really tall towers and they can throw you off of them.
Yes,
But I haven't.
that...
Quill hasn't had a tower, so
No, but it worries me that he might.
I mean, he does have a tree, and trees can grow into towers.
It's
You
true.
might be onto something, Dern.
I'm going to make sure that I protect Quill, so no evil influences may influence him.
Good 10-4, good buddy.
He nods. Quill will not become an evil wizard as he walks away.
I am going to, until I am caught, roleplay fake magical effects.
Do it. I like it. I like it a lot. Quill is gonna literally fake it till you make it.
I don't know if you can fake it into making it into a wizard, but I love the idea of that.
Hey, you know, I could start faking it so much I start believing it, and then like some like warlock patrons like give this kid some powers.
You want to know a spell?
Yeah,
I put an image in chat of the person who was training me secretly.
Mm.
And so you are all standing outside the mill. You see people processing wood. The large tree is not currently being touched.
Good.
But there are still pieces of it inside the mill house right now.
Hmm.
Just so you're aware. Anything else you want to do the rest of the day? We're going to say we're sitting at about mid-afternoon now.
Who's going to suggest that maybe we do in fact go to bed early? And get there early.
Dern will turn and say, were you followed or watched today?
Yes, we were. In fact, Hoot said something to them that seemed quite effective. I think it was go fuck yourself, and then he did this hand gesture.
Ah, yes, I have been told that is a rude gesture to commit to another.
It was very effective.
Good. We were watched while we were here. But I met an interesting individual by the name of Tanis, who spoke very highly of Cutlidge. Apparently he saved him and taught him a trade.
Saved him from what?
I am not 100% sure. But that is what this man had said to me.
Is it
I had a-
worth understanding what he was saved from?
Maybe. Let us return to town and ask about this Tanis. And I guess Dern starts making his way back to town. Just presuming his friends are going to follow.
Yep.
Dern just starts
maybe.
walking.
Let's be honest, this is the way that this party moves. It's just one person chooses a direction and the rest is like, oh, guess we're moving. Let's go.
Guess we're moving now. All right.
Will's a trendsetter, okay?
It's true.
So yeah. I guess Dern, when he gets back to the town, will start asking people about it.
Okay.
About how people might know tennis and what his history in the town was.
Okay. Who would you like to ask?
Because I'm horrible with names, the innkeeper.
Lumley. Okay.
Lumley.
Okay.
I think Lumley would be a very good one.
All right. You make your way back to the Wildflower Tavern, and Lumley is there as she often is, and she's kind of cleaning up the bar and making sure everything is taken in. There's one other table of patrons there, and the fire. She's just getting the fire going. It's cool now with the snow starting to fall, so it's always
Mhm.
burning a little bit, but she's stoking it up.
Okay. Miss Lumley, good evening.
Good evening, dear. Welcome back. You must be so cold.
No, it was quite delightful out. I would say it's getting close to wearing a sweatshirt while going for a run. I just realized Dern wouldn't know what a sweatshirt is. Wear a cloak while going for a run, but it's delightful out. Nice and refreshing.
Well, I wish I had your fortitude. Oh, all nerves tonight. I just can't wait to see him again tomorrow.
We will make sure that happens. But I have a question for you, if I may.
Yeah.
Do you know of a man named Tanis?
Tennis.
Mill worker.
Tennis. Oh, one of Cutlidge's men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know him very well. You know, we know of them. They stick together quite a bit. He came into town when the rest did.
Wait. He came to town with the rest of them?
Oh, there's a whole group of them. Like they moved in. It helped us. We were looking for workers in the mill, and Emmett met them on the road, and they came in. Cutlidge and a whole group of them all came in around the same time, a number of months ago.
Wait. Sorry, pause for just a second. This is outside talk.
Yep.
Wasn't what Tanis said was he was saved by him, but I guess he didn't give me a timeline, did he?
No, he did not.
Damn it. Okay. Well, that's the story gone there. Damn it. I was trying to find a crack in the story. I was trying to play Detective Dern. Oh well.
Well, I think Ern at the very least would ask, what do you know of these men and where they came from?
They work hard. They don't. They do seem to stick to themselves. Most people when they settle in the town, they they spread out a little. They get to know other people. A lot of them just decided to stay in the mill. They stay close together with each other.
Hmm.
They be a little rough around the edges sometimes. But again, many hands make light work. And they do a good job in the mill. Emmett remembers them being, when Emmett brought them into town, they were, they needed a job. We had something for them to do. It's
No,
the lay of the land.
understandable. Thank you very much. It's hard to understand everything, but it sounds like these men that stay with Cutlidge, Dern purposefully making sure that he leaves out Lord Cutlidge, goes, this is a troublesome feeling I am trying to shake.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You watch yourself with him. And please bring the children home.
Dern nods and goes, we plan on sleeping early tonight. I think Hoots may have a thing he would like to do.
Oh, I'm gonna booby trap the hallway outside our door. Just gonna lay that one out on the table.
We will rent out the entire upstairs so nobody else can sleep upstairs.
Oh, I'm gonna booby trap the stairs. Done and done.
Do you tell Lumley you're going to booby trap her stairs?
100% I tell Lumley so she doesn't come up in the middle of the night, end up hanging upside down like, huh.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah, Dern's like, I will pay for the other rooms that you do not use tonight, but we're feeling a little unsafe.
Oh, he may be trouble, but I doubt he would ever do anything to harm you. Not intentionally.
Dern gets a bitter taste in the back of his mouth, going like, yeah, no. I trust you,
Man would eat
Miss
his own
Lumley.
children if he was given the opportunity. If he could make a quick buck and add another title to his name.
Lord Cutlidge Baby Eater?
All right.
That's the narrative we'll push.
All the children are actually missing because Cutlidge ate them.
And now that I've got like a network of ravens, we basically have Twitter.
Careful, we could end up canceled.
And okay, so Hoots, you were able to set up your alarms and your traps.
What traps are you putting up? I'm really curious.
I'm actually going to cast both alarm and snare. So alarm will tell me, just me, no one else this time around, that the alarm is going off.
Okay.
And snare occupies a 5-foot space, and it will take one of the 25-foot pieces of rope. It is invisible. Hold on, I'll read this out really quickly. It is nearly invisible, requiring a successful intelligence investigation check against my spell saving wisdom, my DC. That should be wisdom, intelligence. The trap triggers when a small, medium, or large creature moves to the ground and the floor of the spell's radius. That creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be magically hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down 3 feet above the ground or the floor. This creature is restrained until the spell ends. So it lasts for 8 hours.
Okay.
Oh.
So the alarm will go off. I'll check to see who it is, and if it's not worth my time, I'll leave them there. I'll Spider-Man that man.
All right. I like it. Anyone else want to do anything as you settle in for the night? Okay. What are the sleeping?
No.
What's the sleeping setup for you all?
I take it like
Mac, you're muted.
There were 2 beds, correct?
So you've rented out the entire inn. So
Oh, right,
you have.
yes.
So there are four rooms. It's just a small inn. It's a small town. There's 4 rooms upstairs.
So the stairs come up one side. What's at the
Yeah.
other end of the hallway? Is there like a window out, or is it just a dead end?
So the windows on this, 2 of them face the back of the home, which face out to the forest, and 2 of the windows face forward, and you can see over towards the path that comes into town.
Okay. Convinced that Hoots has the safety of the inn covered, I would take one of the rooms facing the forest and just set myself up staring out the window all night again.
Okay.
I guess Dern is. I guess probably the 3 of us are sleeping in the same room, just in case, or the 4 of us.
I mean, like, the
Yeah.
top of the stairs is going to be a very bad time for somebody if they come up that way.
Okay.
I would say we take
guess-
the rooms the farthest from the stairs and sleep in those rooms.
Okay.
And maybe like do like 2 to a room kind of thing. But
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
So the stairs come up, and then they kind of open into stairs come up and it comes into a hallway with the doors leading off of it. Is
Okay.
what I'm gonna say. But yep, you're more than able to do that. So we'll put 2 of you in the room you were in previously, with Ern standing at the window. Who's going to be bunking with Ern tonight?
I think Dern will.
All right. Got Dern and Ern
I'm
in that
going-
room.
I'm going wherever Dern is.
gets his own room.
And Hoops is happy about that.
Hoots is literally just gonna pile all of the blankets onto one bed and be like, yes.
Can
Mario-
I
Yeah.
can I roll and ask for 2 rolls here?
Mhm.
First, can I roll a perception on Hoots
Okay.
to
What do
see
you
his
mean?
reaction to being alone?
Okay. That's
Okay,
with
so
a 13. Hoots, what does he get?
Oh, he's pretty excited to have a bit of alone time for himself for a night. Not in the way that he's like excited not to be near you guys, just like it's nice to have privacy.
Sure. Can I roll insight into myself to see if I pick this up as like one of those, nah, guys, I'm totally cool being alone. It's cool. Nah, don't worry about it.
Sure.
Cool. If it's a positive, we're good. If it's a negative, then I think that he's lying to himself. It's a 10. I'm in the middle.
I'm going to say you're not quite sure right now. He does live alone, usually, in the kitchen. Like, he doesn't sleep with you guys every day.
I'm going to roll d20 to get a oven to evens. Evens. All right. I look to Hoots and I go, well, you know what? I think we could be bunks for the night. And I head over to you.
Okay. Sure.
Hoots begrudgingly throws the bed sheet
I was gonna
back
make a
over.
blanket fort.
The way I view this is that everyone decided to go in one room and Hoots is by himself. Hoots is like divested himself of a lot of his gear and is like kind of bushed up, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna make this thing. It's making a fort. It's making a fort. And here's a little.
Hello.
And now you have a bunk buddy.
I guess you can have a blanket back. Should we put extra wood on the fire for you?
That would be absolutely lovely. Thank you.
And so I'm gonna drag the like Quill's bed closer to the like little fire pit space, and throw a couple extra pieces in there to get it like really going for the night. And then yeah, Hoot's gonna climb into bed. Now his plan is to wake up like early. So he'll be up at least an hour before. He wants to be up and out an hour before sunrise to be there early.
All right. the night comes and you all fall asleep, power down. Ern, you're facing the forest. Everything starts to go dark. Then the sun sets. And it's dark. Very, very dark. Light snowfall coming down. And two things happen at the same time. You hear from behind you a voice go, "Whoa!" And you see on the edge of your vision out of the window in the direction of the river, a dull red light growing. And that is where we are going to go to break.
Rude.
And we will be back in 10 minutes. See you then, everybody.
Dang it!
We're gonna get fireballed. Looks like tennis really is about to serve us.
Oh.
I mean, it's going to be kind of
We're
funny
back.
the fact that Mac has now disappeared. He has gone into the... Oh!
10 out of 10 return.
And we're back.
God damn it.
The alarm has been set off. There's light in the distance. What do you do?
I immediately turn towards the door, just coming out of my inert state and just right into action. I turn towards the door, across the room in a couple of strides, and I shout at the bed, there's a fire burning by the forest, as I go to wrench open the door of the room.
All right.
So I just shout at you.
Dern gets up immediately, and you can just see him like clamoring to get his armor on. And Dern has an idea once he gets outside the inn.
So as you're putting your armor on and like trying to get it on, I'm bursting across the hall and like wrenching open that door into Hoots and Quill's room.
Hoots would already be up. The alarm would have gone off.
Yep. So, Hoots, why don't you tell me what you're doing?
Hoots is putting his armor back on really quickly, kind of like rebuttoning it up, sliding his jacket over top of that and being like, well, let's go see what Spider-Man got.
And in this group, no one gets your reference.
Nope.
It's
Everyone-
like the lizard wizard, but like man spider.
It is a man that has spider abilities.
So I would, as Quill and Hoots are getting up, I'm going to tell them about the what I believe is a fire as well, and then just start booking it.
Okay. There is a dwarf hung up 3 feet off the ground by his foot, hanging in the stairwell.
Is
You
it
will
the
have
dwarf
to-
we...
Hmm?
Sorry, is it the dwarf we know, or which dwarf is it?
It is not a. It is Ern. You would recognize him as the one that had been tailing you.
Then I'm just going to move him to the side and keep going.
He's just swinging like a pendulum.
Yeah.
Hoots is going to take the time to write from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man on a piece of paper and stuff it like into like either like a pocket or like the front of his pants or something, like, so it's like stuff kind of like sticking out, but it's like visible hanging there. And he's going to gently pat him on the cheek and go, should have stayed the fuck away, bud.
He spits at you from upside down, and
Dern slaps him on the way out.
he swears at you and swings in a circle and says, and you just hear as you're descending the stairs, says, should have left well enough alone.
At the bottom of the
Oh.
stairs, Hoots is going to use Mage Hand to stop his rotation and turn him so he just faces down the hallway
Mhm.
and leave him like that.
Got it.
as-
Quill's just running out.
As Dern hits the street, he starts yelling fire.
Okay.
He starts to like loud ass Dern voice. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to disturb my landlord upstairs. But fire. Anything else I would yell, not fire.
That's fair. That's good. That's a good plan.
And
But yeah, he's trying to rouse the village.
Ern is just very single-minded and is just running. I will just take a moment, hold up my lantern, and cast light, because otherwise I won't be able to see.
Mac, you doing okay there?
Having some troubles.
You are I think we had said 10 to 15 minutes from the mill.
Yeah.
And you are running. It is
Uh,
dark outside. As you're yelling and running through the streets, you do start seeing some lights come on, people
Okay.
taking notice, and you run.
Is Dern allowed to, like, if we're close to like a door, run up, bash on the door, and just keep running? Like, just like maybe get there like probably last in order,
Mhm,
but basically going up, yelling fire at the mill.
mhm.
As Hoots came out the door to the inn, he took to the skies. Like he was like,
Oh, the mill's on
boom.
fire.
Well, that's
Okay.
what like. He can't obviously tell, but something's on fire.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was the mill.
We're not sure yet.
We know
Um,
it's in that direction.
but we know it was in that direction. Hoots, you are flying. Roll me a perception check. Really low
Can
DC.
do, ma'am.
Oh,
That's
On
gonna be
a
a 21.
on a 21, it is not the forest, but the side of the mill house closest to the river that is on fire.
they're gonna try and blame it on the Dryads. God
Yep.
damn. 100% what they're going to do.
And on a 21 perception, Hoots, that's where the giant tree was being stored.
Yeah, they're burning
Yep.
the tree.
They're burning the tree. Fuckers.
You
So Hoots,
Yeah.
Hoots will shout that down at his friends. Just be like, it's the mill.
Ern is just running as fast as she can.
you run as fast as you can and you come up to a large fire. It's a large, the tree is huge. The fire would take a long time to overtake it, but it is a large fire. It's licking up the side of the actual mill house itself. And you see the fire in front of you, next to this river. There are no mill workers here at present.
Dern's going to take a shot at something here.
Okay.
As they approach, he's going to yell to the forest. To I can't remember the Dryad's name right now off the top of my head.
Silu.
Dern's going to yell to Silu, to the forest, and go, "I need the Calabasha."
Okay.
To save your sister's soul, is what I yell out to the forest.
You yell this in common?
I yell this in common because I don't know Sylvan.
Hearing what Dern is doing, Ern turns towards the trees and in Sylvan would yell out the same thing. Dern needs the Calabasha. We need to save the tree. And then unsure what to try, but trying to think of anything at the moment, I'll basically repeat the same message in Primordial, just try to see if anything here understands.
And sorry, did we get any rest?
Yes.
You woke up an hour earlier than you were intending to.
Is that still a long rest?
I'm going to give it to you. It's
You
fine.
were a benevolent DM.
Because I used a bunch of spell slots being stupid. So
So good. I'm gonna give it to you because of the timeline I had in my head, and because you specifically said you went to bed early. If you had
Yeah.
stayed up all night and then said you were gonna get up early, you would not have benefited.
Yeah.
So yes, you can benefit from a long rest. And okay, you have yelled into the trees, both in Common and Sylvan. I would like a check of some kind to see what do. So we're gonna call it
Persuasion.
probably a persuasion check. I'll let one of the two of you roll at.
I've got +3.
I have +4 to persuasion. I do.
All right.
Want me to roll?
I'm
All
gonna
right.
give you the help action.
And you'll roll at advantage.
Fingers crossed.
That is
Dirty 20.
a dirty 20. On a dirty 20, from within the line of the forest, beyond your line of sight, you hear a cry. And running through the forest, holding the calabasha in her hand, is Silu, flanked by 4 living trees running towards you and your group. And she says, "Champion!" and hands you the calabasha and says, "Save her!"
Dern takes the hammer and runs directly for the tree, ready to cast 5th level Create Water.
Okay.
You can cast it as rain. That's
can
one of the
cast it as
abilities
rain.
is of create water.
Yeah, Dern then just takes it, holds it to the heavens, and screams out for rain, and as he slams it down into the ground, like kicking up snow, dirt, and mud.
Nice.
I'm hoping rain clouds form overhead and start pouring down. Like I'm talking torrential downpour.
5 gallons of rain. It starts to rain down. And as a sidebar, that had a DC 20. So congratulations. You were
Ooh.
Oh
you
yes,
call-
lightning strike for dramatic effect. Literally, but it's into the mill, like the mill proper, to wake them the fuck up.
the lightning cracks and lights up the night sky. The water is coming down. Silu is keeping a safe distance from the still burning embers. It doesn't go out just like in a flash. It takes time for this to put out this fire, and she is watching and caring and distracted here. And the light flashes, and you see movement in Cutlidge's house.
Dern's going to scream Cutlidge at the top of his lungs
Okay.
and call him down here, and he's just going to keep screaming it until he's hoarse in the voice.
All right. Dern is yelling at the top of his lungs. What's everyone else doing?
Who's just gonna land next to Silu?
Okay.
Just like it feels like a trap to him. So he's gonna land close to her.
Okay.
Ern is moving closer to the tree as the fire begins to die out, checking over how much it has been damaged or burned, charred by this fire.
Okay.
And we're beside a building, right?
You are. So you're,
like a
you're
low
beside
kind
the you're beside the workhouse where the wood is actually prepared.
Okay. How tall is it to the roof?
It's a 2-story building.
Is there like a low awning or something over an entrance, or?
If you roll me an athletics or an acrobatics, I'd let you get up there.
I have feline agility.
You can get up there. I'll hand wave that. You go for it. I'm gonna let you scale.
Or what's the ability? I can't remember what the ability is, but I can climb without having to climb basic stuff without, because it equals my walking speed or whatever.
Yeah, you have a climb speed.
You have you have a climbing speed.
Yeah.
It's a cobbled building. Or no, it would be a wooden building, but I'm going to say you're relatively able to get up. And okay, so yelling, standing with Silu near the tree. Ern, roll me a nature check. On a natural 20.
Damn.
Ooh.
I was lucky.
On a natural 20, it looks like the fire has only been burning down to the top, maybe 10 layers of this. It looks like it's, and with Silu reassures you in this moment that it didn't reach the heart of the tree, that she thinks things will be okay, that if you hadn't put out the fire, you were within a very short window of actually being able to save this tree to a point where she could do what she needed to do with it. And you brought down a rainstorm on it. And with a natural 20, you know that Silu can still achieve what she is out to achieve with the remains of her sister's tree.
Okay.
And the Quill, I want you to roll me a perception check from up on top of the house.
Yes, Dungeon Master. You said perception?
Perception. An 8. It's both raining and snowing. What an interesting happenstance.
Question, how cold out is it?
It would be, it's cold enough to be lightly snowing. We're going to say it's like -5 Celsius.
Okay, so where it was raining, is that now difficult terrain because it's turning to ice?
I'm going to say because it's only -5, it's not freezing fast enough to create difficult terrain for you.
Be like slush.
It's still early fall, or late fall, early winterish. We aren't at a point yet where we are seeing blizzards in this area of Naylore. But it's cold. And okay. No one is Dern.
Mm-hmm.
No one is coming out of the house to heed your call.
Then Dern is going to stand beside, and expecting villagers to start showing up, is going to stand beside the druid and have his shield out, and the calabasha at his side, ready to go, and basically just be there to literally take a shot for her if it comes down to that.
Okay.
It's the protection paladin thing that he has.
Absolutely.
Use the
No,
reaction.
I hear you. I see.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm getting a bit of an echo out of your speakers, Mac, if you don't mind turning off and turning it back on again. Okay. You are standing in the rain and the snow and the movement in the house kind of stills, and you start to see movement in the distance of people coming out of the village. And I'm gonna say what are our passives?
Ooh.
For perception?
Yep.
13.
14.
15 for Ern.
Something crap because it's Dern.
That's fine. Ern, you hear horses. And
Horses?
yeah.
From where?
from the other side of Cutlidge's house.
I would. How far away is the edge of the forest where Hoots and Dern are with Silu?
So Silu ran in to give the Kalbasha and came in with other trees. The Dryad came in with brought trees with her, closer to. So I would say that the mill house is 500 feet from the forest. Silu probably made it about halfway there. Doesn't want to get too far away from the line of the forest, and then watched everything else happen. And the Calabash is with Dern right now.
Yeah.
Then there's the mill house. Then there's a distance. Then there's Cutlidge's house. And you're hearing the faint sounds of horses on the other side from Cutlidge's house.
I would begin rushing in that direction, and
Okay.
I would shout to the rest of them that I there are horses, something's going on, and I would just be heading in that direction.
Hoots is gonna do the triangular. Let's get up and see if we can see what's going on really quickly. But he's gonna turn back to Dern and say, "Stay with Silu."
Dern nods, and he, you know what? He's actually going to cast something on Silu. He's going to cast, just to keep her incredibly safe. He's going to cast. Where is it? I have the spell because I have so many. Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Like a blue kind of aura leaves from Dern's body and envelops Silu.
All right. Earn, Hoots, as you are making your way towards the sounds, you see the quickly disappearing edge of a wagon driving as fast as it can away from you.
The fucker.
How far away is it?
At this point, it is about 240 feet.
Is it
If I ever
240?
find this man.
Hold on a second here.
And
One
yes,
moment.
and Quill, you'd be able to see at this point because as they start to crest a hill, leaving out of this town.
Sure. What's the range on my bow again? What's longbow range?
Oh, I think like the long range is like 600 feet or something insane.
Wait, do I have a longbow or a short bow? I don't remember. Hold on.
Hoots
I
is
have a longbow. Okay. Can I do something?
Yeah.
Start a fight!
would love for you
Start
to
a
do
fight!
Okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna cast a spell, and
Okay.
no one will know what happens unless I actually hit here.
Okay.
So I need to make a ranged weapon attack. If anyone wants to bolster me, now's the damn time.
I'm way far away. We're all way far away from you, I think.
You're
Yeah,
up
I
on the
don't-
top of the tree, or top of the house.
Yes. All right, that's fine. I'll do it myself.
Believe in Quill. Believe in Quill. Believe in Quill.
Didn't roll a single thing above a 10 last session.
Quill. 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 Quill.
Yeah! Boom, baby.
All right.
Okay.
With a 22 on the roll, what were you trying to hit?
I was trying to hit someone in the front, like that was like at the start, who's like driving stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm going, as I did that, so as this arrow kind of flies through the air, you guys just kind of see Quill like shoot this arrow. all of a sudden the arrow explodes, and from it, like more pieces than you'd get from a tiny little arrow just explodes out, and all of a sudden a ton of thorns start
Oh,
raining down
hail.
onto the target, and then each creature within the target and each creature within 5 feet have to make a dex saving throw.
All right. Your arrow goes true and hits the back of the driver all the way through, and they fall out of the wagon dead.
Nice.
You are able to see the wagon. Horses are within 5 feet. That's a good point. The horses are within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This wagon ain't going nowhere.
You killed the horses. You killed the driver. You damaged the covering, and the wagon stopped.
Well done.
I kind of look down at everybody and go, I think now's the time to run. And I take off towards the downed wagon.
Okay. All right. So who's going with?
Dern is staying ceiling.
Okay.
I'll head with Quill.
I'll also go with Quill.
All right. Then we will start with the wagon. Bear with me for one moment, please.
Yeah, but you didn't see that coming.
Did not see that coming. And I will
Maybe
leave
I am a wizard
Right.
after all.
You're right. We didn't see Quill hitting something.
Oh, it's so mean.
I love you, Mac.
Okay, bye.
No, come back.
Quill, no. Mac.
Alrighty.
Awaken my child
Oh, we're gonna.
and kill your friends.
Okay. We are going to need to get you guys onto a map. I need to change our view. We are going to do some things. Oh, wow. That. What's happening?
Gotta move that screen.
We are going to fix that, hopefully for next week, so that nobody has to deal with this anymore. All right. I think I got this working now. Come on down here, my friends.
Quill is absolutely going to be very upset when he realizes he killed some horses.
Ah, yes, Dern standing in the darkness. What else is new?
Okay. Oh, that is not good enough. There we go. All right. Can I zoom out and still have this map show reasonably for the audience? Thank you, audience, for being so patient. All right, I want you to be able to see, so you're going to have to deal with some white here today because I want you to be able to see the map.
Also, hi, audience. We love you. Thanks very
Yes.
much for being here. It's wonderful. It's fun to play D&D. I hope all of your guys' campaigns are going well. What other kind of nice things can we say about the audience who are with us tonight?
Well, they've got great ideas. They've had wonderful ideas so far. You know, Quigley, you know, your insight into what was it you said earlier that I loved? I can't scroll that back that far. And also, yeah, it does look like somebody fixed the character sheets. It looks great.
Thank you
Yeah.
to everyone that did
And
that.
you can't forget that the other good ideas they have is using their free Prime sub to subscribe to our channel.
If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can get one sub for free a month.
Yeah, like Hodad for Life and like Ryan Water, Twisted Little Elf, me, Riley, our other DM, David, we're all very smart viewers and players who used our Amazon Prime to subscribe to the channel.
Or even
You
visit
too
our
could also be
YouTube.
smart. That too. Or join our Discord.
All
We know that you're
right.
smart enough to do that.
Durin,
We
you are not
still
here, but I'm
can.
just going to keep you on the map so you can see.
That's fine. Yeah. Thank you.
No worries.
Quick housekeeping comment. I do have light up.
You have light up. Let's change that. You emit light. Bright. Is it 2020? Bright.
Sir Lima Beans? Who's Sir
That
Lima Beans?
Is a great
don't know.
question.
But I like the name.
I will
Yeah,
tell
that's
you.
a
love the
good
name.
name.
3030, I believe. Oh, no,
87
2020.
episodes so far.
Got it. Save settings. You should have light
Heck
now.
yeah.
I have light.
Amazing. Okay. You guys are going to have to assume that you can see the wagon. I'm going to bring you all up here a little bit, and then we're going to finally, what we've all been waiting for, roll for initiative.
Darren's
Let's not
not.
just say no.
I'm gonna do that today.
Oh man, this is my best initiative roll yet. Officially, Melissa, you were my favorite DM.
Question: should I still roll initiative?
We'll get to you.
Okay. Yeah, right. I'll step back.
I can't switch between maps.
A 9.
Oh wait, what? Oh no.
Let's roll that. Oh, their names aren't changed. That's fine. We're gonna roll these all separately. Bear with me while I do the initiative order.
Did anybody in the tent fail their dex save and take damage?
2 of them took damage.
That's what we like to hear. Welcome to D&D Damage ASMR.
Welcome
And
to D&D ASMR.
we are going to do these separately because there's only so many of them, and
That's fair. This is the sound of me knocking an arrow in my bow.
all right. Now, you know what?
Dice.
We need some music that isn't creepy talking music. We need something that says we're in a battle.
This is the sound of my sword against your throat.
We need music that says we're in a battle. Dun, 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 dun. This is not
me
ASMR
rolling it.
moments.
This is the sound of a tape measure opening.
Fill that dead void. We're gonna hold ourselves to CRTC regulations. No dead air.
Everyone, show your feet. What? Who said that?
Oh, we're missing one
Oh.
thing. Oh, I'm missing one thing. Ah, no.
Also, I've been casually drinking out of 3 different glasses and no one has noticed.
Ah, no, come here. All right. We can do this thing. We can do this thing, guys. Right. And you.
I'm sorry, I did a thing you weren't prepared for.
No, it's fine. Oh, I love it. We are moving you here. Haha. All right. And last but not least. All right, guys. Hoots. You are
Yeah.
first.
There's a first time for everything. Hoots is going to actually I gotta check before I do.
I do want to note that our Twitch does not match up to what I'm seeing on Roll20.
There we go. I have to open it.
No, because the audience sees more than we do.
No, like characters in the wrong spots.
I just did. I just updated it.
Cool.
Hoots is gonna pull out his shotgun, and take aim and cast Acid Splash on these two.
Okay.
For everyone, that sounds like.
So they need to make a Dexterity saving throw
Okay.
against my spell DC. So I'll just.
Hoots, he's our man if he can't do it.
Okay.
We're
One
all
close-
dead.
The one closest to you failed, and the one
Okay.
behind succeeded.
Okay, so the one closest to us will take 2 points of acid damage.
Got it. Why didn't that? There we go. All right. And perfect. Anything else for you?
Yes, I am going to command my Eldritch Cannon, who is strapped to the underground or the underside of my shotgun like a undermounted accessory, to cast. I think it's False Life is how that works.
Yes.
Where is it? Let's just do this the easy way. So everyone's gonna get temporary HP. I just have to look up. I didn't realize it was not on my sheet. Come on, artillerist. I apologize, everyone. I'm ruining this. So yeah, it's going to everything within 10 feet of me, which should be. I think I'm just gonna miss. Yeah, I'm just gonna miss Ern. So me and
Well, I had placed you there. If you want to retcon and say that you were all standing next to each other coming up to here, I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna say Hoots was probably here.
Probably
And Ern,
wouldn't have
would
been
you
running
be-
ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ern, if you want
I-
to adjust yourself.
I'd probably be like there's good.
Okay, so everyone is gonna get 1d8 plus my intelligence modifier. I will roll that in just a quick second here.
For which?
Of temporary hit points.
Cool.
So that will be
Which
7 plus 3. So that'll be 10 points of temporary hit points for everyone.
that's super hot.
That's
Which one is
great.
Gaston?
Cutlidge is here at the back.
Ah, I see. Okay, my screen was covering him.
Ern can't see him.
Quill's got great eyesight.
Bring that
Hey,
man.
I
to
appreciate the 10 health
corner.
points.
I need to
All right.
see
And
chat.
that will be the end of my turn.
All right.
Artillery healer, Sir Lima Beans.
All right. So
Hell yeah.
you
Lighting
have
auto lighting.
done your thing. And it is Cutlidge's turn. He is going to take out a light crossbow and he is going to aim at Hoots. Hoots, that is going to be a 13 to hit.
That will not hit.
Pew, goes wide. And
I thought you were a hunter, Cutlidge.
Don't give him ideas.
this bandit who just took acid damage, he is going to come in here. I need to measure how far out you guys. It's in here. Good. He is going to rush in. Hoots, you threw acid at him. He's grabbing out a scimitar and he's taking a swing at you. And a 9 will miss. That will end his turn.
Also 15 feet in the air.
Oh, all right. Then we're going to have him come up next to Quill. That will have missed you as well, Quill. Next bandit is going to, yep, everybody's within range. Going to make it over here. Ern, scimitar, coming your way. 19 to hit.
19 does in fact hit.
That'll be 5 slashing damage, and it is your
We're-
turn.
Still not updating on Twitch, by the way.
I have to keep it open, I guess.
Okay, this fellow is right in front of me, so I will do what good clerics do, and I will cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. Make a dex save. Does not make it.
That
4
is
points.
4 points of radiant damage to him, but I will stand there. I'm not backing away from him at all.
Okay. Sounds good.
We are hidden on the stream as well. There we go.
I do not have enough screens. Unless it needs more screens. Oh, I have the initiative tracker in the
Could clerics light people on fire? Yes. In fact,
Yes.
there was a whole period of time called the.
Do you have a problem with this?
It's big. Okay. Sorry, folks at home. I am just getting this figured on the sizing of this map. Let's help everybody see this. There we go. Okay. Who comes after Ern? A bandit. I'm shocked. This bandit is here. Quill. You're going to take a scimitar to the face.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
Damn.
And now it's your turn.
Cool. This guy just swung at me.
Mhm.
I didn't like that. I am too close with my bow. So I'm going to hit him with my short sword.
Okay.
For a 16.
That will hit. He'll take 4
And-
points of damage.
4 points of damage. And then I am going to mark him as my favored foe
Okay.
and deal another 1d4 for 2.
Okay. He takes 2. Ah, not happy about that. Is that everything?
Yes. I got enough temporary hit points. I'm safe to stand around for a while.
Okay.
He's not ready to be a chicken yet.
Hoots, the next bandit is sending a light crossbow bolt your way.
Okay.
13 to hit will miss.
We'll miss.
Oh my gosh. Next one's got a crossbow coming your way. A 19 to hit.
Hold that thought. Never mind. I'm gonna let that one hit because it'll still just meet.
Okay. 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right.
Not the end of the world.
Nope.
And one more from the. I must have done one of these bandits out of order. Do I have too many initiatives in here? 1, 2, 3, 4,
6 plus Cutlidge.
6, 6. Yeah. Okay. This one says it was that one. All right. Crossbow coming at you again. 15, I believe, misses you.
That will hit, but as it comes up, Hoots brings up a wing and a shield forms around him, deflecting it.
All right.
Hell yeah. That makes me think it's like the thing she did in Moon Knight.
Kind of, yeah, actually. For the first second, like the tips of his wings kind of almost flutters like a gold as they go.
Hoots, it is your turn.
Okay, as a bonus action, we're gonna go like that plus 3, so that'll be I can't do math all of a sudden. 11 points of temporary hit points to us again.
Wow. Okay.
Artillerist is so broken, and no one uses the healing mode. And then Hoots is going to oops, that's not the right one. Hoots is going to move himself to here, and in a straight line across these 3 fine gentlemen, from the tip of his shotgun, he's going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Nice.
So they'll have to make a 13 dexterity save. And then they'll take 2d4 of acid damage at the start of its next turn.
Okay. So start of the next turn.
Yeah. So if they succeed, they don't get covered in acid. But if they don't succeed, the start of every one of their turns, or until they take an entire turn to like scrub the acid off of their bodies, they take 2d4 damage.
Okay. In that case, this one I'm marking in pink right now. Failed his. The other 2, or sorry, that one made his. The other 2 failed.
Okay.
So I should mark those the other way around then. Doo, doo, doo. Okay. All right. And then it's going to be Cutlidge's turn. He is going. He is going to spend his whole turn moving to get right here. Ern, he's coming for you. And
I'm okay with that.
And then the one close to Quill, beginning of his turn, failed. It's going to take the 4 acid damage. He's still standing. And Quill, taking a scimitar at you. 12
It's
to
gonna
hit.
miss. No.
Misses. And that was his turn. Next bandit also took acid damage at the beginning of his turn. Still standing. Ern, coming at you with a 13 to hit. I'm never going to hit you guys.
13 does not hit.
Ern, it's your turn.
Oh, great. Okay. I have these people right around me. So looking at Cutlidge and the 2 bandits to either side of him, I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna cast Bane.
Whew. Must make charisma. Target must roll. Okay. Charisma. All right, let's
Charisma.
see what we got going. 2 and 3. Okay. Okay, whenever a target that fails the saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw. So, and what's the DC?
It's 13. So Gaston succeeds.
All of them
Cutlidge
succeeded.
succeeds. Oh, dang. Well, that
Sorry,
sucks.
I need to change that name in there.
No, I like it. It's great. I'm not moving.
All right.
I look around having cast this spell and it fails, but I am going to hold true and not give up any ground.
Okay. Then we are going to go to the one right directly in front of you. You just tried to do things to it. It's going to try to slash you. 19 to hit for 7 points of slashing damage.
That hits. Okay. It just takes out some temporary HP. It's okay.
God, that
Well.
temporary HP is so good.
It's good.
I'm gonna do something that's gonna get rid of a lot of it, but you'll be fine. Oh, is it my go?
It's your go.
Cool. Cool kind of calls out to everybody as he like, you know, his kind of fur kind of zzz up with a little electricity. And he's going to use a bonus action to Zephyr Strike, because I can do bonus action because it's Zephyr Strike and then actually cast.
No. Because it is a spell.
It's a spell.
Yeah.
You can
only
only cast
cast one
one
spell.
spell.
You can cast like depending on what your abilities are. Sometimes you can cast like a leveled spell and a
Yeah, if you had like quicken spell, you could
Yeah.
cast a spell as a quicken spell and then cast
and a
like
cantrip.
Yeah. Okay. That does not work for what I wanted then. So never mind. Screw it. I'm prepping for it anyways. I'm going to Zephyr Strike. And I'm going to disengage from both those people.
Okay.
Without issue.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to come down to here. And then I'm going to give myself advantage on my next attack roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot an arrow towards Cutlidge.
Mhm.
Let's see what happens with that. I will take the 17.
A 17 will hit him.
Sweet. So that's 7 piercing damage, but then I also get to do an additional 1d8 force damage.
From Zephyr's.
Yes, which is going to be a 5.
Okay. Takes it.
Sweet. And then that I will taunt him with some words, and that will be my turn.
All right. We've got our archers in the back sending up a crossbow at you again. Hoots with a 16.
That'll hit.
Okay, 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And he's going to take his movement to get in here a little ways. And the next one's doing the same thing. 10 will miss you. And he comes in a little ways. Be able to get in there next turn. And the final one, wash, rinse, repeat. 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right. Hoots, it's your go.
Oh, shit. Yeah, bonus action. That'll put everyone out. That's fine. I'm gonna give myself.
Dern's not here.
No.
So that'll be 8 points of temporary hit points back to Hoots.
This is a surprisingly quiet battlefield at the moment.
Yeah, there's no music.
What? You can't hear the music?
I can hear the
I can
music.
hear the music.
I got music.
And then Hoots is gonna move to here. And use catapult on like a rock on the ground.
All right.
And he's sending it at Cutlidge.
Okay.
So he'll need to make a DC 13 dexterity save.
He fails.
So he takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage. He gets
Nice.
smoked. I think I'm missing. I'm just gonna double check, make sure I'm not missing any features. So yeah, so he's hit by that. Yeah, that's just it. He just got hit by a rock really hard.
All right. He has a headache. Does not like it.
Multiple people are saying they either can't hear or the music's quiet.
Oh.
Oh, you might have the audience volume down.
That's possible. Let's see. Oh, it says it's got isolated Roll20 going, but it is very quiet. Thank you, everybody. Let me go turn the volume up on that.
Yes, thank you very much, Sir Lima Beans.
Is that better?
Yeah, much louder.
All right. Let me double check that I'm still.
How's the volume, guys? Team,
I don't
friends.
I don't hear it at all, but if I put it on Twitch, I do hear it.
Okay. You probably have it muted in your own.
It may also not be sending to you through whatever the channel is.
Okay, cool. Well, let's
Okay.
continue.
As long as we've got it for chat, I'm okay. Perfect. Okay, Hoots, you threw a rock at our guy. He does not look happy about it.
Oh, and before, I'm just gonna take the rest of my action to move a little bit closer to Quill,
Okay.
because I only moved so far.
Mhm.
Okay, there we go. I'm done.
Awesome. Earn. He's right in your face. And
He is
he
right in
is
my face.
going to take 2 swings at you with his scimitar. An 11 will miss. And a 15
Misses.
misses. Not looking happy, but he keeps missing you. This bandit down here, gonna follow Quill.
Does he take? He's got to still take his acid damage.
Yes, he does. He's not looking happy.
So that's 2d4. So 3 points of acid damage.
Okay. Quill, he's coming in with you with a scimitar. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
4 slashing.
Oh no. Is Dern running our way, or is he still chilling?
I'm protecting the Dryad.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Dern is debating about coming or not right now, probably.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know what's going on.
This
Bandit. Earn, you're right there. Right there. 17 to hit for 5 points of
miss.
slashing damage. It's a miss.
17 is a miss. My AC is 18.
18, thank you. I should have it written down.
Also, you guys are fine health. You're fine.
Earn, it's your turn.
No big deal. Ern looks around at all the bandits at Cutlidge right there, and is a little bit concerned. So,
Really quickly, which bandit was it that just went?
Also, check chat, Melissa.
Which
Oh, you might have the music coming through the same feed as everything else. It might be echoing.
That's not supposed to be turned on. Is that better? The mic isn't supposed to be on in that section.
Which bandit just went? Sorry.
That's much better. Thank you so much, guys, for letting me know.
I'm pretty sure. Did he take his acid damage as well?
No, he has not taken his acid damage. Haha, thank you. He's dead.
yay!
That
No,
would have been
not
at the
the
start
acid!
of his. That would have been at the start of his turn before he actually went.
Yeah, and he didn't actually hit Earn
Okay.
in that attack.
Chicago say to nothing.
Ern's fine. Don't you worry.
So I'm going to delete him.
Help me, radioactive boy.
All right, Earn,
Help
what are
me.
you doing?
Ern looks around a little bit concerned. She clutches her lantern a little bit closer to her and just kind of runs her hand over it. And you just see this shimmering golden field around her. I cast Sanctuary on myself.
All right.
And that is a bonus action. So with my action, I will just look at Cutlidge and just say, I have never liked you, and cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
I may be a soulless robot, but fuck you.
Pretty much.
Oh,
As who
oh.
said?
No, I want to
fail.
change that. She says, I've never liked you. As my friend Hoots would say, go fuck yourself. And then I cast Sacred Flame.
Oh, he super fails. Super fails. All right. Gotta love it. Oh, he's down. Okay. This bandit right beside you says, "Don't talk to the Lord that way," and swings and misses.
Well, he would have to make a wisdom saving
He has
throw
to make a wisdom
first,
saving
right?
throw.
Yeah.
Right. You just cast that. And he failed that too. So, Quill.
That's me.
You said he swung, right?
He wouldn't have been able to swing. He failed his wisdom spell.
Yeah, so he has
Or
to
lose
choose...
the attacker spell, or choose a new target.
He has to
Is-
choose a new target or lose the attack. So
He'll lose the
Yeah.
attack. He's not going to attack Cutlidge.
So I know I can't use a bow to shoot the guy in front of me without being at severe disadvantage. But I can still use it to shoot people behind him.
Absolutely, you can.
Cool. And those three behind have taken no damage, correct?
We are. Yes, they are all at full.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to. You've got that. Hoots has that. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm going to. I'm going to shoot my kind of like with this guy in front of me, kind of like just go. And I'm going to shoot my arrow, and it's kind of like and shoot my bow at one of the three in the middle, in the back.
Okay. The one in the middle at the back?
Yes. And before I do that, I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Hail of Thorns again.
Okay.
And the nice thing is that this stays up until I hit something, so if I miss it, I'm still good to use it again. So I'm going to shoot out. That's going to miss.
Yep, that's going to miss them.
So Quill just like kind of coming around like this, misses his shot. And with that is going to actually disengage.
Okay.
Or not disengage, he's going to leave. I know he'll get an opportunity of attack.
Okay.
Um,
Opportunity attack is going to be a 14 to hit.
It fails.
Okay.
And I'm going to move up to... I'm going to go... Actually... Yeah, I'm just going to go up to... You know, actually there wouldn't... No, it's fine. I'm going to go just over to here.
All right.
And that'll
Okay.
be my...
Perfect. This bandit. Earn, coming in at you. Wasn't within.
Saving throw. The
Is it-
sanctuary is on.
Sanctuary's on you. So, that was a 17.
That
Be
will
able
succeed.
to hit. And then 13 to hit you.
That is a miss.
A miss. That's what I thought. And our next friend. You know what? Gonna shoot at Hoots.
Okay,
11 will miss you.
that will not hit.
The other one wants to hit you at a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
8 piercing damage. And Hoots, it's your go.
Well, Quill keeps getting out of the way, but we gotta start this with the bonus action of the same. So that's only gonna be 5 points.
On me?
No, on me of healing, because my Eldritch Cannon is casting its little life ward on me. Because you can just spam that.
This broke it. Oh my gosh. It's
most,
good.
most people don't use it. The thing is, though, is I don't get a second attack as a result, right?
Right.
I can choose. Do I get to just keep dumping health points into people, or
Yeah.
can I cast fireball or a flamethrower? But yeah, Hoots is going to aim for Cutlidge with a. No, he's gonna aim for this one and Cutlidge with Acid Splash.
Okay.
So they got to make a DC 13 saving throw.
And Dex. Cutlidge will make it, but our other friend will not.
He'll take 3 points of acid damage.
He is not looking well. All right.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So I need to roll a wisdom save for Cutlidge. He will fail his wisdom save. I'm just going back here. Okay. And you know what? He is going to get frustrated and try to walk away.
Just casually.
He's coming over to Quill.
So Ern would get an opportunity attack then,
You get
right?
an opportunity
Ern is
attack.
not holding a weapon. Ern has got her shield and her
Mm.
lantern, which is her focus.
Can't you like
For holy
melee with
scroll.
that lantern?
Uh,
Like just swing an unarmed attack?
Ern's strength is crap. And
Sometimes
no, I
one is all
can't
it
because it
takes.
would drop Sanctuary.
Oh,
Yep.
Sanctuary is the important one.
Okay. And all right, Cutlidge is in a new place. This one is 15 feet below. Oh, he's going to take acid damage at the beginning of his turn. Roll it for
Yep.
me, Hoots.
That's gonna be a 3.
And he's dead.
Wait, what?
Cutlidge is dead?
No, this bandit at the bottom is dead.
I wish.
I was like, Cutlidge died to acid? Well, that's a little anticlimactic.
It's just melted too, dudes. It's just- they were like, it stings. Why does it hurt?
Ern is going to stride between these two
Okay.
and over here. So trying to see if I can provoke an attack of opportunity from the one,
You're going to provoke it from him. He's going
because he's
to...
got to make his wisdom save anyways.
And he's going to make a wisdom save. Oh, okay. He rolled a nat 1. And on a nat 1, he's going to attack his buddy.
Yeah.
Because it's a nat 1. And it's what you do.
Because this strange creature is confusing the heck out of him.
He killed his buddy.
Oh, no! That was that Canis?
Yep.
Oh.
Actually,
I'm-
what?
It was
I'm-
Canis?
Yep.
Oh, no!
I will keep moving over in this direction, and I will just look at the three of them and say, "We can continue this, please. Come towards me." And that's my turn. I'm just trying to get their attention.
Quill, Cutlidge is in your face.
Yeah, Quill does not like this at all. And Quill is again going to move away. And he will get his opportunity of attack.
Okay.
Why do you keep moving further from me?
I love it. Nope, he's gonna miss you.
Sweet. And then Quill is going to shoot his longbow at him
Okay.
for a 24.
Yep,
Very
24
nice.
will hit him.
Cool. So, a couple things are going to happen here.
Okay.
First, it's the piercing damage, which is going to be the 8 plus 2.
The plus 2 is if you had rolled the natural
Or,
20.
sorry. The 8. And then, because I had previously cast my Hail of Thorns, I'm going to need him to roll a dex save.
Okay. He will fail.
Cool. And now he's going to take 1d10 for another 2 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to mark him as my favorite foe.
Okay.
And I'm going to deal another 1d4 for 3.
All right. Like it.
And yeah,
Okay.
he's in a Hail of Thorns, kind of again, as the arrows kind of shot from my bow, like a second away from his chest, it like explodes open and kind of pummels into him. And
Yep.
yeah.
He is just like littered with arrows and thorns. He looks so mad, and the bandit here is going to crossbow at you, Quill,
Bring it.
and super misses. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
Quill's on game today.
20 likes you all. Earn. This one's going to do a wisdom saving throw and get a 16,
That is a success.
and will take a scimitar attack at you for a 14 to hit. Will miss.
Will miss.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's try it again. Wisdom saving throw, natural 20.
That'll
And
hit. That'll work.
Scimitar, 14 to hit is gonna miss. Hoots.
Hoots is going to first move within range of Earn, and as these things are wont to do, give us both 5 temporary hit points.
I turn quickly to Hoots and say, I told him to go fuck himself.
I'm very proud of you. And then yeah, he's gonna cast Firebolt on. Yeah, he's gonna cast Firebolt on Cutlidge.
Okay.
So
17
17 will hit.
for 7 points of fire damage.
All right. He has been burned. Wow. Okay.
Dern's gonna look up to the Dryad and go like, "So, what's it like being a Dryad?" No.
Yeah, we're completely leaving Dern out of this. He's technically there to do stuff.
Technically. Quill.
I mean,
he's-
Dern is busy protecting, but he doesn't know from what.
Quill, he is raging.
Good.
Oh, raging as in, oh no.
Like barbarian raging?
No, not barbarian raging. Although wouldn't it be great if it was? You are going. Oh my gosh! You're going to take 4 points of slashing damage.
Oh no,
all of
whatever
that.
shall I do? My poor temporary hit points. Don't hurt me, DM Daddy.
I still have one more week with you people. Just you wait.
Bring it.
Ern is going to just walk away from these fellows. This way.
I love
I'm
it.
done. Bye.
So they have to roll wisdom saves and then opportunity attacks to see if they can do it.
Oh my God,
Okay.
give me 1 second.
Oh, they rolled another natural one. Oh, roll the skim. And they hit. You know what? I'll be consistent. They killed their buddy.
Wow.
The worst
This is
bandits
my plan
ever.
all along.
The way how Ern plays is just like, you're gonna kill yourselves, it's fine. Walks over to the next group.
Pretty much. I'm just gonna move away from this fellow as well
Oh my.
and head this direction.
All right. So you went into his area and then you're leaving his area?
I did.
Okay. All right.
Character play like this.
He succeeded on his wisdom save and is going
Okay.
to miss you with his scimitar. Why
Um,
not?
I'm going to end Sanctuary because I'm going to cast a spell at
Okay.
Mr. Cutlidge over there.
All right.
He's no longer Lord, it's Mr. or just Cut.
Yeah.
Hey, Cuddy boy!
Cuddy boy!
I'm gonna target a spell at that dude over there as I cast Hold Person.
Oh.
Because I am
Okay.
done. So it is a wisdom save. DC 13.
He makes his
God.
save.
Sigh. Alright, well, I tried it. I am unhappy. But
Alright.
I've had 2 people kill their friends, so I'm okay with that. This has been great.
Quill.
It's almost become like a game with me. So I again run back.
16?
That hits. Well, it matches, so I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah. I don't know why this isn't rolling the damage properly, but 6 points of slashing damage to you.
Oh no.
Oh no. So
Again,
sad.
just like kind of, it's just eating away at this imaginary shield around me, basically. And I'm going to turn back. And I have not given myself advantage since the last time I actually activated my thing, so I'm going to give myself advantage on this attack. And shoot him with my longbow.
That hits.
For a 21. Cool. That'll be 8 points plus 8d4, which is a 4 for 12.
He looks in terrible shape. He's
Awesome.
holding his wounds and he's staggering where he stands.
Cool. I'm going to use the rest of my movement. To walk 5 feet towards him.
Okay.
Yeah.
This bandit don't like you. Charges in,
Okay.
takes an attack.
It's gonna
11's gonna miss you.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
This one doesn't like you. It's gonna miss. Oh wow. Don't even worry about it, Dern. We're just saving all the rolls for when we come to you. Hoots, your turn.
Let's. Ern, I'm gonna apologize in advance.
Do you actually say that?
Yeah, so he's gonna come here and cast Thunderwave.
Ouch.
Okay.
Just yelling as he's jumping in.
Hey, Ern, I'm really sorry! And it's just like Thunderbird thing, like wings go out, he's got the shotgun in one hand, kind of like a old metal poster, and it's just boom. So yeah, everyone's got to make a DC 13, including Cutlidge.
Me too?
No, you'd be outside of it. Cutlidge is just inside of it.
Wait, did you just fireball?
No, I did
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. Yeah.
So which direction are you going, though?
Well, Thunderwave is like a box out from
It's
me.
a cube. It's a 15-foot cube. Oh yeah. So which direction? So are you going? Because it's a cube.
No, it's like out from him, 15
It's
feet
not a-
all around.
So
No,
it's
it's
the
not
one
a
behind it.
radius for himself. It's
Oh.
a cube
No, no.
in one direction.
Okay, then that makes
Oh.
it better. Because
Oh,
then it's
sorry.
just gonna be towards Cutlidge.
All right. Cutlidge. How does he die?
So yeah, it's just that, like, Hoot's shotgun in hand, wings come out, and this just like explosion of thunderous energy, and it's like the last thing. Cutlidge just turns to look as he gets hit by it. It racks over his body, and he just face first in the mud.
As he falls, and his face is smeared with the mud, the remaining two immediately drop their weapons and start backing up and away.
I'm gonna make a quick quip, and I look to the guy who's like right in front of me, and I'd be like, "You failed our tree, we failed yours."
And they're gonna try and run away.
I say let him.
Ern will not try to stop the fellow running away from her.
All right.
Quill is.
Okay.
Oh.
Would Quill go after both of them?
No, just as the dude starts to like
Okay.
get away from him, he just came to Quill. Quill's gonna take his opportunity of attack on him with his longbow, and that'll miss.
That'll miss. They
It's a
will
warning
run,
shot.
and these two run off into the night. All right.
Turn to Hoots. We should go see how Dern is doing.
I do miss him, but I feel great.
Did you tell him? Did you tell him your bad words when you did that?
No, it was like all screaming. Some of it like out of like just raw enjoy, like enthusiasm. That's the first time he's ever cast Thunderwave, so like he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right.
I want to loot Cutlidge.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I want to know what he has on him.
Okay.
I'll investigate for it.
Yes, please.
Well, 16.
It's pretty good. On a 16, Cutlidge has on him. He is wearing studded leather armor.
Okie doke.
He has 2 very nice-looking daggers, a
Okey doke.
scimitar,
Okey doke.
and a collection of gems and jewels worth about 150 gold.
Well, Quill loves shiny things. He is going to grab the jewels and daggers.
Okay. Other than that, on your investigation 16, you will also see that on the outer side of his arm, he, and I'm just going to hand wave it and say the other bodies around have a matching tattoo on the outside of their arm.
Of what?
It is it's a circle with a bunch of spokes coming out of it.
They were pirates.
Not like a wheel, like they come through them,
Oh, come through them.
come through the line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Is
they all have the
this-
same. But they all have the same mark.
And this symbol doesn't mean anything to
Interesting.
those of us there.
Yeah, do I notice this symbol at all? I've been here for a few years.
It doesn't ring any bells for anyone, but it's not uncommon for groups of no-gooders or bandits to have a shared marking.
Sorry, I saw a new viewer, a new chatter. Okay, interesting. So Quill has no idea what it is. He has happily grabbed the 2 fancy daggers and all of the gems, and because he's a nice guy, even though he's obsessed with shiny things, he will split the gems between everybody, even Dern. Even though Dern's not here at the moment. So you said it was 150?
Yep.
So I don't like to do math between 4 of us.
If you try to hand gems to Ern, she'll take a quick look at them and say, "Oh no, that's
Okay.
okay."
Well, all right. Then we each get 50 gold in gems.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a note of that instead of adding it to my coinage because technically it's not. You know.
Mhm.
50 gold and gems and 2. Are these like magical daggers? Like, are they just like fancy?
You would be welcome to look into that at a future time.
Okie doke.
You can roll me an Arcana if you want to try, but that
mm.
generally would require something.
Yes, I'm looking at these daggers very intently because they're very pretty, and I'm kind of rubbing my fingers over them.
So this
And
is
I'm going
about,
to not learn anything.
So this has been about just like 5 or so minutes, technically,
Yes.
right? Because it is a fight. So I still have Field of Shade.
Shield of Faith. Yes.
Shield of
Shield of Faith.
Faith
Mhm.
on the Dryad.
Yes.
And
And you decided to stay with the Dryad.
yes.
So you are standing next to Silu. She is Dern, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common.
Mhm.
And 1 second here. Common and Draconic.
Great. You cannot speak with Silu.
We need the one guy that can't speak with trees with the tree. I just picture this like you're just trying to make small talk at like a bar with someone. They're like, they don't know what you're talking about. It's too loud. They can't hear you.
Yeah. It's like Dern's just like, so how are you?
And Silu is just looking around, keeping a very weathered eye around, watching her sister's tree.
Yeah, Dern is definitely paying attention. Like he is looking out. He's not trying to make small talk with the Dryad.
Then I would like you to roll me a perception check.
I rolled a mighty
Nice.
double nat 20.
Double nat. Oh man. Oh man.
What does it mean?
Man. Gotta mean something, right? Dern. On a double natural 20, you see coming out of the edge of the forest some glowing lights.
Dern immediately turns to the lights, thinking they're a threat.
Mhm, mhm. And they are glowing softly, floating, and you see the form of two glowing lights in front of you. They look enticing. What do you do?
Dern will approach the lights and go, hello?
They flicker and back up a little ways into the forest. What do you do?
Oh, fuck. Dern takes a look and sees if Silu sees the things. Lights.
She is currently looking in the opposite direction.
I put my hand to her and I point towards the lights, seeing if she knows what they are. Like, kind of like trying to pantomime, like, do you know what these are?
She looks at them and says something you don't understand, and looks concerned, and goes to follow them.
I follow her because I'm trying to protect her.
All right. Silu walks and leads you into the dark forest. You follow a path that isn't a path. The only reason you are able to follow as Silu jumps between her tree form and her humanoid form is because she stops to watch you.
Yeah.
She ensures that you can help find your way into the glade.
Okay.
You follow the will of the wisps that were floating in front of you, who seem to be leading you to a clearing.
Okay.
And as you enter the clearing, Silu has been talking to these wisps
Willows,
in
yeah.
increasingly duressed context. And as you come and you break through a line of trees, it is a... Can Dern see in the dark? Dern can't see.
Dern probably pulled out his lantern.
Okay. It's a small grove, or like a small, not meadow, but like an opening in the trees. And there are fireflies all around. And two will-o-the-wisps floating in the middle, heading towards the sleeping forms of 3 children.
Oh my god. How many children were missing? We knew that, right?
3.
3.
And Silu has been trying to run and catch up. Seems to be trying to negotiate. And is chasing the wisps as they are heading towards the children. And Dern, I'm going to bring you over to a map, and then I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
You got this.
All right.
You got a Dryad.
I have a Dryad.
All right, what can we see? Give me a second while I make sure that I get us over to map view. Please ignore our other friends on this map. They're just here so they can see. Okay, let's bring you over here. Bring you up here. Darren, I'm going to move you up a little ways here.
Yep.
And we're going to call that good for you. Bring you down here.
Solo D&D combat. This scares the fuck out of me.
You're there. And let's bring your friend into the fray. Okay. Let me clear initiative for you.
Thank you.
Move all turns. Clear. You are go.
Oh, I got an 18. I did roll that.
Oh,
but, we'll
okay.
re-roll
Can
another
you
one.
do it one more time and I'll change your number?
Thank you. Yes, I would definitely like that 18, please. Oh, 31.
All right. Let's change you in here. Okay.
Does it look like she's about to attack the will-o-wisps?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
14. Yes, she the tone of her language was initially like a negotiation and then more pleading and more pleading. Seems that's what you get on a on that level.
All right. Dern will pull out his weapon.
Okay.
We'll pull out the Calabasha.
Calabasha? Got it. All right. And
He's 7.
these are not little creatures. Okay. And I do believe we are set. And we'll put these in order. And this wisp will go first. And it will float over to the Dryad. And lightning will crackle around it as it sends a shot of lightning through the Dryad.
Okay. I am going to use my reaction. And I'm going to do interception.
Okay.
I reduce the damage taken by 10 plus my proficiency bonus.
All right.
So let's get a 12, 8. 8 damage reduced.
All right.
All right.
The
The Dryad looks thankful.
Good.
Dern,
it's your turn.
it's your turn.
Dern will just move up to that wisp immediately and just crack at it with the Calabasha.
Okay.
Okay.
7. It's probably going to miss.
A 7 will miss.
Okay. I don't think that's a bonus action. No, that's not a bonus action. So never mind. But just kind of stand in the way again
right.
and make sure that he's in the way.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
It's Silu's turn.
Silu
Silu will you'll see her hold her hand to her chest, and her skin, which was once smooth, becomes rough and jagged like bark as she casts bark skin on herself.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's what she can do on this round.
Okay.
This wisp is going to go. Is going to disappear. While this wisp is going to try and shock you, Dern.
Sorry, I'm going to pause it for a second.
Okay.
I think you have a echo.
Again?
Yes.
Why does that keep turning on? It's interesting. I'll have to test that out.
Okay.
Thank
They're
you.
Yeah, no worries.
It's when I switch maps, which is interesting.
Yeah, that is a bit weird. Okay, so this wisp is gonna try and shock me.
Yes.
Okay.
This wisp is going to shock you. 19 to hit.
That just hits.
10 lightning damage.
Okay.
All right. And Dern, it is your turn.
Trying to smack that same one again.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Oh, yeah, that hits it. Bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage for 6, however. I'm going to spend my bonus action to do... sorry, I'm going to spend a bonus action and my Channel Divinity to do Inspiring Smite.
Okay.
So immediately when you deal damage to a creature with your Divine Smite feature. So I'm about to do Divine Smite, so I use... Sorry, Paladins. Lots of things afterwards. So I spend that to do a Searing Smite.
Okay.
I can only cast it at level 1 because I don't have level 2s, which is fine.
Okay.
So 2 damage on top of that. And Searing's slightly different. God, why is there so many extra things? So it's now ignited. The will-o-wisp is on fire.
Okay.
And at the start of each of its turn until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, it ends.
Okay.
But basically, I just caught a sphere on fire.
Yep. You took a glowing sphere and you caught it on fire.
Yep, that sounds like a Dern thing to do. And I get 2d8 temporary hit points because of my class.
Right.
God. So 9 plus 2 or 3 for my class level, so I have 12 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And it took a total of 8 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, there's a lot for paladins. Why are paladins so strange?
It's all good. The Dryad is going to, on her turn, is going to call out in a language that you can't understand and is going to, and you're going to hear, "Quoh, quoh, quoh,"
Big tree friends!
as from out of the forest comes a giant tree.
Yay, big tree friend. Oh my god, giant tree friend.
Giant tree friend. This is a massive tree. You recognize this tree.
Oh.
It's her tree.
Oh.
It's mad. And it has an initiative. At 17, I'm going to reorder these and then get ourselves back to her turn. Okay. The tree is here.
Yay,
has
tree.
tagged. And that's going to end her turn. And from behind you, you get 8 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Dern takes it like a champ.
And the next will-o'-the-wisp is going to I am going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
After it makes a Constitution saving throw.
After it
certainly.
makes a Constitution saving throw. 12. It will makes it.
Does that fail?
It says spell save DC 11 at the bottom
Ah,
of
damn it.
smite.
All right, fine. It's no longer on fire. All right. Constitution save. Where is my Constitution save? There it is. 11.
All right. That will make it. Your turn.
Gonna keep smacking the one that I've started on.
Okay.
11.
Does not hit.
Bonus action. Lay on hands is an action. I have no spell slots because I only have 2 spell slots at this level. No, I got nothing else right now.
All right. Tree.
Smoosh.
Tree slam. Whew. Yeah, tree slam. Holy cow.
Tree
But
slam poetrist.
does have
Poetress?
resistance to
Poet.
that. So it's only going to take half. And Dryad. Going to see the club in her hand glow with a green energy. And I'm so sorry, everyone. I am trying to run too many NPCs all at once. Should I live? And she is going to glow with green energy, and then she is going to swing.
Yay.
And it's going to hit, and it's going to take damage. And then it's going to be the Wisp's turn, and this Wisp behind Dern is going to.
How much health do these things have? God damn.
They're not small.
No.
It's going to do nothing and will flicker out of sight.
It's flickering.
And the other Wisp is going to also try to get you, Dern. And will really fail that. That really fails that. Okay, Dern.
Smack.
All right.
16.
16 will not hit.
What?
16 does not hit.
Poopy.
The tree. The tree comes in and does what it does and swings in with its great boughs and misses entirely. The Dryad tries her luck at taking a hit and also fails spectacularly. The wisp behind you
Oh no.
comes back into sight
Resistance.
and takes another go at you, and the natural 20 is going to deal 18 lightning damage to you.
Oh, you know what's really funny? Absorbing elements
I love it.
at a 5th level. Let's absorb elements at a 5th level.
Okay. Yeah, please do that.
Sorry, I cannot seem to find the spell here on my sheet.
It's okay.
So I go to this, or no, I go to this. Absorb elements. Absorb. Elements. 4 elements. No, spells. Absorb elements. Here we go. All right. I'm just going to put this in the chat somehow.
Alright.
How do I put that in the chat? I don't know how to put it into the chat from here. But Absorb Elements reads, the spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening the effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack. You have resistance to the trigger elementing type till the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you're hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes an extra 1d6 damage of the triggering type. So it doesn't say how much it lessens it.
It just says you have
I have resistance to
you
it.
have resistance, so you'll
Yeah.
take half damage on a successful hit.
Okay.
Okay. So you absorbed the elements.
Okay. How much damage do I take still? Because it is still half.
18. Oh, so it was an 18, so 9.
So 9. So 4. I take 5 of my regular hit points.
Okay.
That's 15.
Darn, if you die, Quill is going to be so damn
Don't worry.
sad.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
If
I've
you
got
don't
this.
know where your body is because you're somewhere random in the woods, I
Yeah.
just need you to remember this in your mind while you're playing.
Yes. I know. You know what? I would love it if my dice also remembered that. All right.
All right, let's keep going.
Yes.
That's another natural 20.
What?
For 12 lightning damage.
Oh, I absorb elements. Is it still for 1 round?
Yep.
So I still take half.
You still take 6 points of lightning damage. And as part of that, it deals damage back at the creature. And as the lightning, I think that's what you said, right?
No. Also, the first time you hit with the melee attack.
You hit it with melee attack. All right. So you'll take 6 instead of 12. Good job.
Yay!
Your turn.
My turn. Good.
The-
Lay on hands. 15.
Two nat 20s against you in a row.
Oh, yeah. Good. They weren't hitting you guys, but when Durn's by himself.
Hey, I took like 5 hits and I didn't go into my real hit points once.
24. I'm back up to 24 hit points. No, wait. Yes, that's correct. Oh my god. All right. Dern has 0 on lay on hand. This is great. All right. Let's go.
Darn you bastard.
I don't have any of my spells left. All right, bring it on. Let's do this. After Dern, it's tree, right? Tree beard?
Yep. After Dern, it's tree. The tree takes a swing. Come on, tree. Slam tree. All right, he hits.
Hey.
All right. Dryad, swinging again. And also hits. The light of this will-o'-the-wisp goes out
Thank
and
God.
fades. And disappears. And the grove gets a slight bit darker, and the wisp behind goes to attack the Dryad and hits.
Okay, I'm going to reduce it by D10.
Okay. Okay.
5 damage in total.
Okay. And Dern, it is your turn.
Smacking this damn will-o'-wisp.
Okay.
17.
It doesn't hit. I'm sorry.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, the tree is going to go. Oh, no,
Dern
go
is
ahead.
definitely. Dern is still just going to make sure that he's in the way of the will-o'-wisp.
Okay. Tree. Whoa, tree.
Tree got a nat 20?
An angry tree. All right.
She was saving all the nat 20s for this fight.
Basically, the Dryad tries again with the club, going with the shillelagh. Those are high rolls, Tree and Dryad. It looks like the Dryad is attacking with she's taken this really, really personally. She's very unhappy.
Okay. Fair.
And the will-o'-the-wisp flickers and lightning shoots off of it. Ooh. The Dryad's
Roll max damage.
Dryad's okay. I'm trying to go quickly because I'm watching the time here. Dern.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Smack. Smackety smack, 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 smack. Nat 1.
Okay.
And of course, look on the other side of that. It's
I
a nat
know,
20.
Nat 20
Oh
on the
my
other side.
god.
The tree moves itself very slowly around. That would be such a weird place to be in. Just
Yeah,
this
Dern's
giant
very
tree moving around
confused.
you.
Yeah.
Slam! Nope, misses.
Agnes would really like this place right now.
She would really like this place, wouldn't she? Oh, the shillelagh on that really, really helps. The wisp looks dimmer
Okay, good.
and goes to shock the Dryad, hits the Dryad.
Reduces it by 8 damage. I love reactions.
Very lucky to have you, and she knows it. Your turn.
Smackety smack, smack, smack. Smackety smack. Dirty 20, 11 damage.
A 20 will hit.
And this is an extra d6 of damage. That's a d8, sorry, I apologize. 3.
It had 14 hit points left. How do you dispatch a will-o'-the-wisp?
I catch it in the calabasha.
You're not going to give a little Will a kiss?
No, I'm not going to give it a little Willa kiss. I'm going to give it a Willa get in my bottle.
Okay, Link.
Um,
Some Wan milk too.
you know what?
Plonk.
We're gonna say okay. Sure. Sure. You want to catch a slowly fading will-o'-the-wisp?
Just to be
Maybe
silly.
Maybe it worked.
Maybe it worked. I don't
Maybe it
know.
worked.
I absorbed it into the calabasha, maybe? Dern still doesn't know how the calabasha works.
No. So you opened the cork on the calabasha and then went whoop and put the cork back into the calabasha. And Dern, you are in a clearing with a Dryad and a tree that is very slowly returning into the side. And there are 3 children laying on the ground in front of you.
I look to the Dryad for permission to pick them up.
She nods.
I presume they're smaller children, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I pick up 2 in one arm, and I kind of look to the Dryad and go.
She
Like, please pick up the other child.
she waves her hand, and the child is lifted on a very soft-looking shrub and begins being
Beautiful.
carried along with you.
Awesome.
The forest path before you opens on its own, and you are led back out of the forest. While you're on your walk, we're going to go back to our other friends.
Oh god, D&D combat by myself. I don't like.
You survived.
I survived. Oh my god. I mean, obviously it got a little quicker, but oh my god.
So you arrive back at the.
Yep.
I assume everyone was making their way back to see what was going on with the Dryad.
Yep.
I'm gonna say you walk up as the forest parts And Dern Rupta walks out carrying the bodies of children.
Yeah. I
Every
found
lady-
the children.
Every lady in town is just, oh, Dern. Oh, dirty Dern. Let me scrub the oils from your back.
Oh, good job, buddy. I'm glad we left you here and there wasn't much to do, so you went and found the kids. That's good on you.
Yes, nothing to do. Dern walks towards, presuming the villagers who are running to the mill and stuff like that.
Yes, at this time there has been a small group of villagers here, including
Knocked out bodies.
including Lumley and named Pierce, who run up to grab their children. Seeing the bodies,
You
They're
keep
un-
saying bodies.
I keep saying bodies.
Are they dead?
Yeah, I want to check them over. Are they okay?
Roll me a medicine check.
We ain't out of combat yet, boys.
16.
Okay. On a 16, there is a very faint pulse on all three of the children.
And are
oh.
we all there together now?
Yes. I'm going to say with a 16, you understand that they need healing now.
Dern will probably a little quicker because he probably would have done something like that on his way out. Hopefully, maybe not. But is just yells out, "We need healing. We need healers."
Ern will turn towards the first child proffered and cast a healing word.
Okay.
And I will do that 3 times over because I have 3 spell slots left.
Oh my god!
Right. As the spell seeps into their body, their pale visage warms, and they open their eyes. And better?
Were they
Better?
technically at 0 hit points?
They sure were.
Oh, good, because I'm a grave cleric, so that maximizes their healing.
Yeah. And they open their eyes, take deep breaths, and they immediately burst into tears. These are young children. They grab their parents, they hold them tight, and for those able to speak Sylvan, the Dryad says, "I'm sorry. They weren't supposed to hurt them. They've been really good, but I got distracted. I didn't make it back tonight to check. I'm sorry."
Dern doesn't understand a word. Dern goes, "Yes, yes, good. Yes, they are alive. They're good."
She walks up to you, Dern, and holds out her hand and creates a small plant in her hand and hands it to you. And holding her hand to her chest, bows to you slightly.
Dern will gratefully take the flower and bow himself, not knowing what this means or what this is.
She says, "There's going to be a conversation. You know what? I'm looking at the time. There's going to be a conversation to be had and a piece to be had, but I think we are going to actually hold that for next time. And we will open with that on our next round."
Yay!
Hooray!
Okay,
You found the children. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And they didn't die. Hooray!
Thank God.
I feel so bad because I was like, I wonder if she wants us to go after these people. And I was like, Quill's never got to use his fun thing. He'll use the fun thing. and then it worked, which I did not expect to have happen.
We're gonna do what we normally do. We're gonna be raiding out here. Support other streamers that are.
Hold on a second here.
Okay, there is a very important question.
We've got a very important question.
Oh,
Hold on, I'll log in and see.
Yes, we might have our notifications messed up, but give us 1 second because we definitely want to call you out for that. One moment.
for what?
Oh, just a friendly tip towards us, which thank you very much.
Let's see what it says here. One moment, my friend.
Also, thank you. I've been
Yeah.
liking the story on the side about magic beans and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm going to come back and I'm going to read all that. Oh,
Hey, you know
Well-
what? $2 is still $2. We're very thankful
Seriously.
for it. We're sorry it did not pop up on stream. We might still be having
I'll take a
some
look in.
issues.
I'll take
Oh,
a look at
was it-
Stream Elements and get that fixed up. But thank you so much.
Was it through bits? Because we actually have 200 bits, which would be about $2.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's what's going on. Either way, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
We really do.
I would like to hear the rest of your story, though, so you should definitely go to our Discord and continue that.
Yes,
Yes.
please do that.
Um,
Thank you to everyone who is here tonight. We're so grateful to have you all. It was through the link. Okay, good. We'll figure that out and get those notifications going. Thank you so much. We will be back here for a DM chat on Wednesday where I'll be doing some updating of lore in World Anvil, and then back here to continue this story on next Sunday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are going. Do we have somebody to raid out to?
yeah.
Ryan, I think, found somebody for us.
Yeah.
The
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
It's in our Discord.
Gore?
In this
Thalgalore. Thalgalore.
the
Hey,
Thal
we've,
lore.
The fowl.
The Thalglor would be how it is spelled
Thalglor.
when
Yes.
in.
Awesome. Well, we're going out in 3, 2. Bye, everyone.
Please join our Discord. I want to hear the end of your story. Goodbye. We love you. Thank you so much. You are awesome.
We are raided. We are raided.